Cowboys offensive lineman Ty Nsekhe is out of the hospital today after spending the night with a heat-related illness. He will not play Sunday against the Chargers. Chargers offensive lineman Brian Bulaga goes on IR today with a back injury. He'll miss at least 3 games. He played in the opener against Washington, but had battled groin and back injuries during training camp. The Clippers break ground today on their new arena in Inglewood. The Intuit Dome will cost owner Steve Ballmer more than $2 billion. It's scheduled to open in the fall of 2024.
Want to look like $1 million? Upgrade to a Dollar Shave Club 6-blade razor for a noticeably smooth shave thanks to their 6 precision-cut stainless steel blades. Find your perfect shave with Dollar Shave Club stores. Yep, that's Dollar Shave Club in store. So go to the store and find them.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Cigar Bar. Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Music. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Football Friday, y'all. I'm fired up, man. So much energy on a Football Friday, a home weekend. Chatted earlier today with our guy Cole Kublik of the SEC Network. He's in town for the call. You just love it. You know, on a Football Friday in Baton Rouge, Rufino's is going to be popping. It's just a great, great time in town. Tons of high school football in the air. Get excited for it, man. You take these days, you never take these days for granted. All right, Phil Steele in about 12 minutes. Fantasy Blitz, bottom of this hour. So Darin Tietgen, who couldn't be with us yesterday, will be with us today to answer your fantasy football questions. Jay Ducote later this hour. Theriot will be with us. Got our Week 3 picks in hour number 3. Saints, Panthers preview, LSU, Central Michigan, all that jazz. We're going to get to it here over the next 3 hours, and glad that you are hanging out with us here. We'll start with, I guess, a bit of really good news that Sean Payton did announce today that the Saints are going to return home for Week 4. That we sort of assumed that was going to be the case, but the Saints will play the Panthers, and then they'll go back to Fort Worth for one more week, and then after they play the Patriots in Week 3, then they'll go back to New Orleans. So they'll be at their Metairie facility in advance of the home game against the Giants Week 4. So the Saints will be in the Superdome for their actual home debut against the Giants Week 4. I'm going to give you my pick for the Saints-Panthers a little bit later in the show. Y'all have heard me talk all week about this game, and listen, the Saints had success last year against the Panthers. The game in the Dome was actually a really close game, but golly, they probably should have lost. But they also played Week 17 in Carolina, and New Orleans dusted the Panthers in Week 17. And that was a banged-up Panthers team, and the Saints were heading into the playoffs, and there was a lot to that. But this one just feels very, very different. Sam Darnold in there, three-headed monster receiver, a healthy Christian McCaffrey. They've added J.C. Horn this offseason, obviously through the draft. I think that's a team that's on the rise, and I think circumstantially with the injuries, with the coaching, COVID situation for New Orleans, there's a lot to think that these two teams this week, you maybe catch the Saints on a dip and the Panthers on a climb, and it could make for some tenuous moments in that game in Charlotte. But we'll get to a full preview of that coming up here a little bit later in the show. Ed Ogeron met with the media on Thursday night. That's always his final media availability heading into the game that particular week. So Coach O was not his usual energetic self. You sort of hear the tone here, but very businesslike, very workmanlike, but very pleased with the way that his team has performed this week getting ready for Central Michigan.
Tremendous week of practice. Thought our guys were really focused in on the task at hand and get better at some of the things that we identified on Monday that we didn't do well in the game. The coaches did a great job of motivating our team this week. We had a very spirited practice all week. We're getting a lot of our guys back, ready to go.
That's the phenomenal news. And probably the best news, though, is what we learned about the offensive line and who they're getting back.
So we're going to have Austin Deckers. We're going to have Chase High. We have our starting offensive line minus Cam Wire. So that's the first time we've had those guys for a while, and we're very pleased with that.
So you're going to basically have Xavier Hill is going to have to play at left tackle, okay? And he was not great a week ago. And when we saw him against UCLA in spot duty as well, it wasn't great. So that's a guy that's going to have to keep getting better. But the fact that you're going to have 4 of your 5 starting offensive linemen out there against Central Michigan is a great sign. The other thing Orgeron said, which we've heard a lot this week, and clearly it's just we know now that this is going to happen and going to be part of what they do, is tempo. And tempo is this is 9 Musso. Tempo is back in this offense, and we're going to see it this weekend.
I think we made some improvement in it, and you're going to see it this week. You're going to see it at opportune times. It's going to be part of our package, and we're going to use it more. And that is just not for this week, but as we grow in it, we're going to do it more. So you're going to see it some this week, and I think we're going to be ready for it. I don't know what part of the game you're going to see it, and then we're going to expound on it as the season goes on. So
obviously no Kevin Falk this week, and we continue to send our prayers and our condolences out to the entire Falk family after the death of Kevin's daughter earlier this week. He's not going to be with the team. Jake Peets and George Munoz have been coaching the running backs this week. But I'm sorry, 7 if you would. I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong number. But we're going to see tempo, and we're likely going to see some changes with the running backs as well this week to the best they can, even though that we know Armani Goodwin, as Ed Orgeron said here, is not going to play on Saturday.
Well, Armani Goodwin's not going to play this week. Hopefully he's going to play at Mississippi State. Dwight McLaughlin is almost back. He's questionable for this game. Maybe he can play. It'd be nice to see him play, get some reps. Xavier Hill has to get better. He's going to play at tackle. He's going to get a lot of reps. I want to see Corey Connor get more reps. I think he's going to be an outstanding back. But we got to go guns blazing. We're going with our first team to win the football game, and that's our mindset.
So Ed Orgeron is looking at that offense and getting your offensive line healthy. You're going to use a lot of backs. You're going to use tempo. I think they know they have to be better. They have to be more creative. They have to be more diverse offensively. And you don't really have the luxury of holding back because of the opponent. You've got to get better. And whatever you put on tape, you do, and then you evolve from there. But Orgeron was also pretty clear that they are going to improve this week. You will see improvement this week.
I think our coaches have done a tremendous job of motivating our team. I've seen more guys in the office studying on their own. We've had some spirited practices. Most of the practices have been inside because of the weather. I think that might have helped us because we wasn't in the heat out there. But our guys are really working hard at the task at hand. They know the things that we have to fix. They feel a sense of urgency, so do I, about us getting better in a hurry. And there's some things that I think we're going to fix this week. We'll always have to fix some stuff, but I think this week you'll see a big improvement.
So I think everybody's watching the offense this week. The defense was, like we talked about, against McNeese. It was McNeese, but it was satisfactory. You did what you're supposed to do against a team like that. You step up in competition this week. Now let's see if the offense can improve. Defensively, the challenge is interesting because Jim McElwain is a really good offensive coach. I mean, he was OC at Bama, became the head coach of Colorado State, went to Florida, he's now at Central Michigan. He's a very good play caller. It's not that dissimilar from what LSU saw 2 weeks ago with Chip Kelly, although I think UCLA's personnel is a little better than Central Michigan's. But still, here was Ed Orgeron talking about Jim McElwain and similarities there with he and Chip Kelly.
Very similar. And I know he's going to see that stuff on film, but he's going to see if we fix it. So we've been practicing. And there's a lot of shifts and formations. He's an experienced coach. He knows how to get in difficult formations that will make you maybe get out of your gap and make explosive plays available. We need to be very sound in what we're doing.
I'll remind you, no Ollie Gay, no Jay Ward. And the Jay Ward part is particularly impactful this week against a team where you're talking about being gap sound and scheming to get you out of place and out of position. I'd love to have my starting safety in there, maybe my best safety, but it doesn't look like that. Well, it's not going to happen. Jay Ward won't play this week. But Ogeron also elaborated a bit more on this Central Michigan running game that the Tigers are going to face this weekend.
Number one, different formations, a lot of motions and shifts. That gave us problems in the first game. We have to make sure that we have that solidified. We have to know one gap defense. The motions and shifts cause maybe some confusion in what gap you may have. We got to make sure that we covered that. We worked very hard this week on doing that. And then when we do have the gap, we got to make a tackle and knock them back. These guys have made, the running backs, Lou Nichols have made most guys miss the first tackle. His yards after contact are phenomenal. The offensive line does a good job. It's a zone, a gap scheme, and formation. So we're going to get it all. We know we're going to get everything that we've seen that hurt us. We're prepared for it.
Tigers and Chippewas, 6:30 p.m. in Tiger Stadium. You can hear it on Eagle 98.1, of course, our sister station. Pregame show, 1:30, yours truly and Jeremy Hill at 1:30 on Eagle 98.1 game day. And then, of course, T-Bob and I will follow with whiskey and wine 1 minute after the game goes final. We'll be live at Don Juan Cigar Bar, of course, who's our title sponsor here on our Friday show. So we invite you to come hang out with us tomorrow, me and T-Bob, after the game at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Have a cigar, have a cocktail, or whatever your spirit libation may be, and hang out with us as we talk some LSU and Central Michigan as the game goes final tomorrow. All right, it's after further review. Quick break. Phil Steele previews the biggest games in college football when we return. Fantasy Blitz, bottom of this hour. Jay Ducote later this hour as well. Theriot next hour. We're loaded up. It's Football Friday on AFR.
AFR.
Better coverage for less money. 293-0450. That's Insurance Network of Louisiana. They're open for another couple hours. You might be saying, Matt, it's Friday. I'm not worried about my insurance right now. Why wait? 293-0450. Get the ball rolling right now. I mean, you just make one phone call. You give them a little bit of information. They're the ones that do the work. Insurance Network of Louisiana. They go shop to see if they can find you better coverage for less money. A lot of us are getting a lesson right now in insurance coverage and hurricane deductibles and named storm deductibles, and if it's flat, or if it's a percentage, or what your insurance provider is willing to pay for or not pay for. Listen, when a storm rolls through, we learn a lot about our insurance coverage. Most of us just pay our premium and forget about it. But when you need it, if they're not taking care of what they should, or you feel like you're overpaying or underinsured, this is a great opportunity to call Insurance Network of Louisiana. 293-0450, 293-0450, or lainsurance.net. Insurance Network of Louisiana. Better coverage for less money. 293-0450.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my four boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Front to Back Boat Service has been family owned and operated for 30 years. And the Sherman family is NMEA certified. That's the National Marine Electronics Association at Front to Back. They are committed to improving the safety and technology of marine electronics through installer training, interface standards. And look, the fall and the winter, it's the perfect time to do that yearly maintenance you've been putting off. Get those parts you've been wanting. So schedule your appointment today at Front to Back, North Airway off of Airline Highway.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Another Football Friday, another opportunity to chat with Phil Steele. Of course, the Phil Steele College Football Preview Magazine, the Phil Steele Plus Tour at the Phil Steele YouTube channel, and philsteele.com, and pretty much anything else football-related you need Phil Steele, and he's with us every Friday. Phil, how are you, man?
Doing really good, Matt. How about yourself?
We're doing well. LSU's 1-1, and hopefully they have another layup this week, but we'll get to that in a bit. Phil, I want to start with what I think is the biggest game in the country, and that's Auburn going to Happy Valley. I think we're going to find out, is Auburn for real after 2 blowout wins the first 2 weeks of the season?
Yeah, and, you have to, of course, look at the opponents that Auburn played, and Akron and Alabama State are not exactly powerhouses. You have to be impressed with the almost 600 yards offense, 60 points per game they've been putting up. But this is going to be a completely different environment. And we've seen it out of Bo Nix his entire career so far. At home, he's unbelievable. 20 touchdown passes, 1 interception, and Auburn has a potent offense. But on the road, 12 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions. And you talk about a road environment. This is whiteout conditions at night in Happy Valley against a very good Penn State defense, one that he hasn't faced so far this year. Penn State's got the run game. They go about 4 deep at running back. They've got a very dangerous receiver in Jahan Dotson. And Sean Clifford looks much more like the 2019 Sean Clifford than last year's version. So add it all up, I think Penn State's a better team. They're at home. It's whiteout conditions. I like them to win this one by more than a touchdown.
Phil, what about down in Gainesville? Alabama's going to go on the road to Florida. It's better than a 2-touchdown line right now. We saw this in the SEC championship game. Of course, Kyle Trask was there, and it was a really close ball game. This one feels really different. Why does this one feel like it might not be competitive, Phil?
Yeah, I think we still have some question marks when it comes to Florida. You look at them last year defensively, they were not great. They gave up 428 yards per game. So far this year, they've taken on a below-average USF team and then a little above-average Florida Atlantic team. They've looked fairly good in the first 2 games, but have not covered either game, and I think that's one of the reasons that they're flying very much under the radar. They do have 2 good quarterbacks, Emory Jones and Anthony Richardson. It'll be interesting to see how they fare against an Alabama defense, which is vastly improved with 8 starters back this year. Bama might be without a couple of outside linebackers, but they're extremely deep there. And it is Bryce Young's first road start. So I think when we look at this matchup, I can see Florida making a game of it with the home crowd there. But I got to go with the Tide. I'll lay the 14.5 in this one. I like Bama to win this one by about 3 touchdowns.
Phil Steele on Twitter at PhilSteele042. It's not a ranked matchup, Phil, but there's one more in the SEC that I want to ask you about. And it's Mississippi State going on the road to Memphis, because this looks to me, well, of course, LSU is going to play State next week. Could this be maybe that trap game for State, coming off an emotional win, looking ahead maybe to LSU on the road against Memphis? The line's only 3.5 State favorite. Is this a trap spot for Mississippi State?
It's definitely a dangerous game, especially with LSU on deck. And, you look at Memphis, they did lose their expected quarterback. And Seth Hennigan's come in and fared extremely well. He's got 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Brandon Thomas running the ball. He's had in the first game 147, then against Arkansas State 191. Now, granted, this is not Nichols. This is not Arkansas State. They're taking on a much tougher D. but they are averaging 634 yards per game. They're an outstanding team at home. They rarely lose there in the Liberty Bowl. Mississippi State should have a good crowd. These schools are fairly close to each other, so I do like Mississippi State to come out of there with the win. But I think when you look at Memphis, they are a very dangerous team and at home for this one.
Of course, we will be previewing LSU and Mississippi State when Phil's with us next week, with us every Friday here on our Football Friday edition of AFR. Make sure you're subscribed up to the Phil Steele Plus Tour, or the Phil Steele YouTube channel, where you can get the Phil Steele Plus Tour every Friday. Phil will tell us more about that coming up here in just a quick minute. There's one other ranked-on-ranked matchup, Phil. It's not in the SEC. It's out west, and I love the night games, man. I love when I finish post-game for LSU, and I still got some football on. Arizona State on the road in Provo against BYU. Number 19 Sun Devils, the number 23 Cougars. Short line, what do we think of this one, Phil?
We're going to find out if Arizona State's for real. Remember last year, they only played 4 games. Their final 2 games, they were dominant against Arizona and Oregon State. They returned Rashad White and Trainum, their running backs, Jaden Daniels back at QB. But so far, they've been sort of average. They're been dominant. Now, BYU surprised me last week. I thought Utah would go in there, win for the 10th straight time in that series, and BYU pulled the upset and ran the ball well on a very good Utah defense. They ran for 219 yards, 4.8 yards per carry. They did lead Arizona 21-3 in the opener. They've got the altitude advantage. They're at home. And I think now they have a bigger belief that they can actually win this game after what they did to Utah last week. So add it all up, it wouldn't surprise me at all if BYU pulls the upset here. I think it'd be a great game to watch, but I'm going to go with BYU plus the points as the home dog.
I will certainly be locked into that one. Phil, a team that did nearly get upset last week is Notre Dame. On the ropes against Toledo, kind of needed a miracle late. They're back at home against Purdue. For a team that was preseason top 10 and many thought could be a playoff contender, they certainly haven't looked like it through 2 weeks. So what kind of challenge does Purdue present this week going to South Bend?
You know, Purdue has looked good so far. Jack Plummer is now in his 3rd year in the system, and he's adapted well. He's hitting 74%. He's got 6 touchdowns, has 0 interceptions. They still lack that feature running back. Xander Horvath was the top guy. He's injured. He'll be out this week. But they do have David Bell back, and the defense is playing well, giving up under 300 yards per game. Notre Dame might have been in a little bit of a flat spot last week, coming off that big emotional game against Florida State, overtime win, and being a large home favorite. I think we'll see a better Notre Dame this week. But I think Purdue's going to give them a challenge. So this game, I rate a toss-up, and as far as the spread goes, I think Notre Dame comes out of there with a win. But I see them winning somewhere between the 7 and 10 points that Vegas has it.
Phil, what do you make of teams like Southern Cal when they lose a coach mid-season? It's an interesting spot for USC. In conference, going up to Pullman against Washington State now without Clay Helton. So do you have any sort of barometer for how to gauge what a team does when their coach is fired mid-season?
Generally, teams come out and play that first game really good, and then it's probably a little bit of a struggle after that. I don't see USC improving without Clay Helton on the sideline. I don't think it's going to be a great season for them whatsoever, but they do have a chance to get things turned around in the short term with Washington State here, Oregon State the next week, and then Colorado. 3 very winnable games for them. So they need to take advantage of that. They may get that interim head coach bounce, but also the players on the team were somewhat upset. I don't know what we're going to see out of USC this week. And Washington State can be dangerous. Remember, I know they lost to Utah State in the opener, but they led that thing 23-11 or something like that in the fourth quarter and suffered a late loss. Last week they gave up some late points to Portland State. Were better than the score would indicate. They've got good running backs in Borghi and McIntosh. So I think USC is going to have their hands full on the road against Washington State this week. I like the Trojans, though, to come out with a straight-up win.
Got 2 more for you, Phil. Let me ask you about the game here in Baton Rouge. LSU is about a 3-touchdown favorite over Central Michigan. The line might be somewhere around 19.5 right now. But Jim McElwain coming to Baton Rouge, and the way LSU struggled in the opener defensively against UCLA, there's some apprehension here, Phil, that maybe a good offensive coach like Jim McElwain might scheme the Chippewas into this ball game. What do you see when you break down LSU and Central Michigan?
I think Central Michigan's going to make a game of it. You go back and you take a look at the fact that Central Michigan is 19-8 against the spread as an away dog. Orgeron middle of the road, 50% as a home favorite. Central Michigan went into Missouri in the opening game of the season. They had a 475 to 466 yard edge, so they played even better than the final score would indicate. And LSU's got some major revenge game on deck against Mississippi State. That's a game that just was embarrassing last year. They need to play well next week against Mississippi State. They're a large favorite, something they don't do very well in. I think Central Michigan keeps this one under the number. I don't see Central Michigan pulling an upset. LSU should get to 2-1. But I like Central Michigan to keep this one closer than the Vegas odds makers have it.
Phil, before we tell them about the Phil Steele Plus Tour, is there a game on the Phil Steele Plus Tour that today that I haven't asked you about, a play maybe that you really like this weekend that we haven't touched on?
Yeah, I guess let's take a look at the Fresno State UCLA game. And on Phil Steele Plus, it's got the average game grade for each team. And UCLA's been very impressive so far. They come up with a 114.9 average game in the country. They have played like the 12th best team in the country. But under the radar is this Fresno State team. And Fresno State's a team that has played to a 112.4 average game grade, the 18th best in the country. Remember, they led Oregon 24-21 in the fourth quarter. Everybody thought, well, maybe Oregon's not that good. Well, now Oregon is that good. They shut out Connecticut. They blew out a quarterback in a Washington transfer, Jake Hayner, who's got an 8-0 ratio. They've got a dynamic running back in Ronnie Rivers. Fresno State's a team that does extremely well as a dog. They're 8-2 against the spread as an away dog. Chip Kelly, meanwhile, just 3-6 as a home favorite. The average game grade says UCLA should be about a 5-point favorite. And one final factor, I found about a 64% UCLA's ranked and playing for the first time in 4 years. So it's been a long time. They've had a lot of people patting them on the back. And Fresno State's getting 11 points in this one. I like the underdog Fresno State to take this one to the wire.
Certainly, UCLA team LSU fans became well acquainted with in the opener. So for Phil likes Fresno State. Of course, you can get explanations like that on the Phil Steele Plus Tour at the Phil Steele YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Phil, walk us through the Phil Steele Plus Tour and everything people get when they go there.
Yeah, when you get the Phil Steele Plus Tour, it shows you how to use Phil Steele Plus. But more importantly, even if you don't have Phil Steele Plus, it gives you a lot of information. I give you a selection, and then I give you the reasons behind the selection. Generally, there's 3, 4, 5 of them, and you could see it right on your computer, the exact numbers I'm talking about and everything that goes with it. So last week we gave out 10 free plays, went 7-3 on them.
Oh, is that good?
Stupid Hawaii gave up. Yeah, Hawaii gave up a touchdown in the final 2 minutes of the game, which cost me one of those. But we got 8 plays up there this week for free on the Phil Steele Plus Tour.
Y'all go cash some tickets. And, of course, if you need college football or any football info, Phil Steele is the best way to get it. PhilSteele.com. You can order the magazine there. You can pick it up at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. PhilSteele.com, STEELE. And get to YouTube. Subscribe to the Phil Steele YouTube channel. Hit the bell so you're notified when he posts, because when the Phil Steele Plus Tour goes live on Friday, you're going to want it to place your wagers if you're doing so. Phil, we appreciate you as always, man. We'll do it again next Friday.
Sounds great, Matt. We got a big game to talk about next week, that's for sure.
That is for sure indeed. We always appreciate Phil Steele. Darin Tietgen is normally with us on Thursdays for our Fantasy Blitz. Had a little conflict, so he's going to jump aboard with us next. Before you set your fantasy football roster, check with Darin Tietgen, the guys at whotostart.com. Get your fantasy football questions in now. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. Buy local, shop local at Clegg's Nursery. Night game on Saturday for the Tigers. So you got plenty of time in the morning and early afternoon to check off those honeydews. So go to Clegg's Nursery. If you need those fall bedding plants, they've got them. You're going to plant your fall vegetable garden, they've got Johnny Naylor seeds. Maybe you want fall decor like pumpkins or gourds, squash. They've got it all. Hay bales, scarecrows for your Halloween decor. They got it all at Clegg's Nursery. 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Siegen near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. No matter where you are in the greater Baton Rouge area, you're near a Clegg's Nursery location. And remember, anything you'd find at a True Value hardware store, you'll also find at Clegg's Nursery. So you can support a great local business, and you can save yourself some time, save yourself a trip. Buy local, shop local, tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
In most cases, you'll never get more for your trade-in than right now at Corval Toyota in Opelousas. Now's your chance to upgrade. You can pre-order your new Toyota today or choose one of our pre-owned vehicles and we'll buy back your current vehicle at a price that will absolutely amaze you. You can walk away with more money in your pocket than you ever thought possible. At Corval Toyota in Opelousas, that's Corval Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Our topic today is about savings. What is savings?
Hancock Whitney isn't just a bank for our clients. We're investing in our hometowns, making life better for everyone. So keep dreaming. We've got your back.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
After further review, this is the Fantasy Football Blitz.
Do you know who I am?
Powered by whotostart.com.
Who the hell are you?
whotostart.com.
Peekaboo!
The Fantasy Football Blitz.
Who the pittance?
This is the Fantasy Football Blitz, powered by whotostart.com on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 104.5ESPN.com.
All right, let's do it. Normally a Thursday staple, but today on Friday, Darin Tietgen, whotostart.com. Get your fantasy football questions in. You can tweet us at Matt Moscona. You can jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat and the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel, or you can get your questions in via text in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Darin, how are you, man?
Doing good. Happy Friday.
Same to you, man. We appreciate it as always. All right, let's start. Well, had a game last night, obviously. Let's start with maybe some sleepers this week. Who we keeping an eye on?
Well, I'm sure that everybody that's listening knows that Elijah Mitchell is going to be the guy to own for San Francisco in the short term. Trey Sermon's probably going to be active here, and we'll see how many carries he gets. But if you have want to do some DFS or plug and play for 1 week, Elijah Mitchell's a nice play for the Niners. Another running back we're looking at is A.J. Dillon from the Packers. He should see a lot of mop-up duty against the real bad Lions defense. So looking for a flex, A.J. Dillon might be a guy you can look to. And then on the wide receiver front, Tim Patrick, and then KJ Hamler from Denver with Jerry Jeudy going down. Tim Patrick looked really good in spot duty last year, and he should probably be the guy you're looking to, but KJ Hamler might be worth taking a look at as well.
All right, let's get your questions for Darin Tietgen, whotostart.com. We'll start on Twitter. Anthony Lama says, who to start? It's half PPR league. Pick one. He's got Tyler Boyd, Emmanuel Sanders, and Marquise Brown. Who to start?
Boy. I'm not starting. Well, Sanders got some looks, but Beasley's the guy to own for PPR leagues and even half PPR leagues. I think I think Marquise Brown is probably worth going for just because of the home run ability there. Lamar Jackson's going to be looking down the field a little bit more this week. I think Marquise Brown is your play.
How about another one on Twitter? Hurts or Rodgers this week? Who to start?
I'm expecting a big bounce back from Aaron Rodgers, especially on a Monday night, especially against a bad team like the Lions. He may only throw for 250 yards, but he'll probably get you 3 touchdowns, probably all in the first half too. So I think I'm going with Rodgers there, just looking for a big bounce back.
Peyton Lee, who to start? He's got Russell Wilson or Baker Mayfield.
Can't go wrong with Russ. Baker has a pretty good matchup, but we have Russell in our top 6 or 7 this week. Good matchup against Tennessee. I think you go Russ there.
Alex Oob needs receiver help here. PPR league, who to start? Julio Jones or DJ Moore?
I think in a PPR format, you're looking for DJ Moore. It seems to have a good rapport with Sam Darnold. Lots of cooks in the kitchen there with Robbie Anderson. And some Terrace Marshall, the rookie from LSU, but I think DJ Moore is probably going to be your play over Julio this week.
Stephen Jenny, who to start? He needs 2 of these. He's got Jacobs, Gordon, and Mitchell. Who to start? Josh Jacobs, Melvin Gordon, Elijah Mitchell. Who to start?
I think you're going to sit Jacobs. That foot just doesn't look right. The toe, I think it's his toe actually. Tougher matchup this week. He looked okay. I think he got into the end zone, which kind of saved him last week, but he didn't really get you many yards. I think the other 2 are better options this week.
All right, Darin Tietgen's with us, whotostart.com. You can always get to whotostart.com, get personalized fantasy football advice, get your questions in. Tyler Hunt says who to start at flex, Leonard Fournette or Jalen Waddle.
I'm still not trusting that Tampa Bay run offense. They're saying that Ronald Jones is going to start. Fournette dropped some easy passes last week. The other option isn't fantastic, but I think you could go with him over Fournette.
Andrew Moeller, who to start? He's got Antonio Brown or Chase Claypool.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay pass offense looked fantastic against Dallas. Antonio Brown looked really, really good. Mike Evans is always there, and of course Chris Godwin. But Brady seems to like throwing to Brown. I would go with Brown.
Let's jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. Shane Michael says who to start. He's got Eli Mitchell or Myles Gaskin.
Well, Mitchell is, like I said in the open there, is going to be the guy for San Francisco against a real bad defense this week. He should see, 90% of the snaps, 80% of the snaps, something like that. And that could turn into big numbers. Gaskin is a decent play, a good, decent flex play, but I think Elijah Mitchell kind of rounds out as a RB2 this week. So I would go with Mitchell.
Ryan Willis asks Smith or Waddle?
Assuming that's Devontae Smith. I would
guess
go Don.
because it's not the most common name in the world, right?
Jones or Smith.
Right.
Yeah. And I would go with Devontae there. Good matchup this week. He should maybe not see the end zone this week, but see 6 or 7 catches for 80, 90 yards. So I think he's your play.
Laura says Baker Mayfield or Justin Herbert, who to start?
Herbert's your play there. Mayfield, again, a decent starter, but Herbert's classified as a stud, if you will. So I would go with Herbert there.
Let's see if we can maybe get a few more in. Bo Wilson, who to start? PPR league. He's got Juju, Chase Claypool, Mike Williams, or Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, in the PPR format, you want to get the guys that are getting the consistent targets. And Juju, it's between Juju and Claypool. Both are going to see a lot of targets from Big Ben. I think Juju is the play by a hair this week, just based on his matchup.
All right, T. Higgins or Jarvis Landry at flex. Who to start?
Really liking Jarvis Landry this week. Great matchup against Houston. No OBJ yet. there's some young wide receivers there on the Browns, but I think Landry's the option for Mayfield to move the chains. So I think in the PPR format, Landry's your guy.
All right, and one more from Andrew said, who to start? PPR, flex, you get Cortland Sutton or Elijah Mitchell?
I'm going to roll the dice with Mitchell there, just based on volume, based on opportunity, based on matchup. I would go with Mitchell.
He is Darin Tietgen, who2start.com. Our Fantasy Blitz, normally do it on Thursdays, but good enough to be flexible with us today and pop on here on this Friday before the NFL weekend. Darin, we appreciate you, man. Have a great football weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, we'll do. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Be well. And, of course, brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, download the DraftKings app now. Use the code Baton Rouge. This week, new customers can get a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes. And, of course, to win your millions, you have to first start with
$1 million.
DraftKings is the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. So download the app, pick your lineup, stay under the salary cap, see how your team stacks up, and get your shot at winning millions in total prizes. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. All right, it is a Football Friday. Theriot joins us in about 18 minutes from right now. Can't wait to hear his letter to Central Michigan. I actually am now really excited about that. Jay Ducote, let's do some tailgate segment when we return. It's AFR.
AFR.
And, of course, if you are heading out to Tiger Stadium, you'll need either to be vaccinated or you'll need your negative PCR test. So Baton Rouge General Hospital is helping make that happen. brgeneral.org, brgeneral.org. If you're interested in getting the vaccine or if you want to learn more about the vaccine, you can do that at brgeneral.org. Go to the website. Right there at the top of the homepage, you'll see COVID-19 and vaccine information. Boom. There's all the info you need, the FAQs that people have, and also how you can schedule your vaccine with the Baton Rouge General Hospital. brgeneral.org, brgeneral.org. Let me remind you, game day COVID vaccines are available at their Express Care locations. And there's 2 around campus. One on Highland just through the south gates of LSU, and then one on Nicholson directly across from Tiger Stadium. So if you're interested in learning more about the vaccine, you need the vaccine or your negative PCR test, you can get it courtesy of the Baton Rouge General Hospital. Online, brgeneral.org.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big V and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
There it is, the extra mile. on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
At LSU, we play hard, but we tailgate harder. Light your burner. Fire up the grill. It's time for our Football Fridays tailgate recipe of the week with celebrity chef Jay Ducote.
I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I really learned how to cook tailgating for LSU football.
Of BiteandBooze.com.
There's whole pigs cooking in Cajun microwaves and big cast iron pots of gumbo and jambalaya and red beans and rice and these amazing South Louisiana dishes. That's how I learned how to cook.
Holy crap, it looks awesome.
I hear you're hungry.
Oh, my God. Why would you do that to me on a Friday?
Well, I was trying to bring you food, not just make you smell it and salivate and not get to eat it. You can eat it.
Holy moly, you better believe I'm eat some of that. Jay Ducote is in studio with us, afternoons on Talk 107.3 FM, so his show starts in 13 minutes. Also the owner of Government Taco, a hop, skip, and a jump from us here on Government Street.
That's how it works.
Okay, so we're still in September.
Yeah.
And you have a gigantic, delectable palette of beef and fried stuff here. Oh, my God.
So we've got a rack of baby back ribs there that's JD's triple threat ribs. It's the molasses mustard base, the spicy and sweet barbecue rub, smoke them for a few hours, and then finish it with the Louisiana barbecue sauce.
Where can I get those?
Tomorrow.
Aside from right here.
Tomorrow out the back door of Government Taco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so actually tomorrow, this weekend, Cypress Coast Brewing is celebrating their first anniversary right there on Government Street. We share a parking lot with them at Government Taco. So they asked about food vendors for this Saturday, and I was just like, well, Government Taco's in your parking lot, so that's a food vendor. Then they're just like, yeah, but we want like food trucks or a pop-up. I was like, all right, I'll do it. That way they're not bringing in somebody else on a Saturday.
So you're literally just doing a whole bunch of ribs and crap for everybody tomorrow.
Yeah. So potato salad, greens, red bean and rice balls, duck poppers, ribs, tri-tip sandwiches, Ford family tailgating specialty ooey gooey. Yeah. Making an appearance.
Throwback right there. Shout out.
Gonna be great. I got Mama Ford to get me the recipe.
How about it? Mama Ford and Shafo out there. That's Charlie Ford. Shafo.
It's gonna be good. But yeah, I brought you some ribs and some greens and some red bean and rice balls.
All right, what is this? This is
that's a Slap Ya Mama aioli. So my good friends at Slap Ya Mama Cajun Seasoning, I'm making aioli with their hot sauce, and then that's to go with the red bean and rice ball, which is like a boudin ball, but it's red beans and rice instead of boudin.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And the first thing I asked you when you walked in was if that was the molasses mustard, but it's not. That's your barbecue sauce. I put so JD's line of products you can find most anywhere, right?
Yeah, most local grocery stores, all the Calandros, Rouse's, Matherns, Reeves, Alexander's, you name it.
Yeah, and the molasses mustard I kind of put on everything. If it's chicken or pork or beef or vegetables, like I really do put it on eggs. I put it on, sometimes just lather myself in it. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's a superior condiment. But this is the barbecue sauce. So would you have the barbecue sauce here for the ribs? Because what did you say you did? The triple threat for the ribs? What did you do there?
So the ribs, when they were raw, had the molasses mustard rubbed on them.
Oh.
Then that was kind of used as the glue, the adhesive for the barbecue dry rub.
Ooh.
And then they were smoked for 4 hours. And then I like to use the barbecue sauce as the finishing sauce on those the ribs. Yeah.
Is this segment over yet? So I can
it's getting close. It is hard to do radio and eat at the same time.
If so,
people want me to do that on the Jay Ducote show all the time. It's like it's a lot easier to drink and do radio than eat and do radio.
So give us the details for tomorrow. If people want to come by and just buy your ribs tomorrow, give us the details.
Yeah, they're going to be available. So noon till probably around 4 p.m. So pre-LSU game at Cypress Coast Brewing. Same parking lot as Government Taco on Government Street. We'll be doing the pop-up kind of on the Cypress Coast side of the parking lot. And we'll have a full menu out. It's we've posted it on social media on the Ducote accounts on Instagram and Facebook, so you can find it there. And it's just it's a pop-up, so it's kind of a one-time thing. We're there till we sell out. And doing some barbecue and some things that are nowhere close to the menu at Government Taco.
What's game day? I was going to ask, what is game day like at Government Taco? Different spots in town.
Yeah.
Different. So y'all weren't open last.
We were not open.
Yet last
we opened Election Day last year,
Yeah.
so we got the very tail end of the COVID football season, but not enough to know of. Lunchtime has been great. I'm a little bit nervous about that Mississippi State 11 a.m. kickoff, what it's going to do to lunch that day, but I imagine dinner is going to be nice that day.
Especially if they win, because everybody goes out after they win.
Yeah,
They lose.
After we win,
They
after
lose,
winning
most
a day
people
game.
are like, it's going to take it to the house.
But it's been a good crowd the last couple Saturdays. I'm expecting a really good crowd this Saturday with people that aren't looking to go to campus right away. We're starting the barbecue at noon. Cypress Coast Brewing opens up at noon. Government Taco actually opens at 11 a.m.
Okay.
And so it should be a good day over there on Government if somebody's not going to campus, or if you're not planning on going to campus until 3 or 4 p.m., you can swing by our neck of the woods in Mid-City and do that first. By game time, it slows down a lot for sure. People are finding a spot to watch the game.
Yeah.
We do have the game on at Government Taco, so we've got a projector screen in there, and
Nice.
we'll have the game on for anybody looking for a spot to watch it.
Give me a beer pairing for ribs or boudin red bean and rice balls.
So I think all of this food and this type of barbecue food and red bean and rice ball, maybe not, certainly not barbecue, but it's a good tailgating food. Right now, a lot of breweries have an Oktoberfest out, which is just a traditional German-style lager, but kind of amber-colored. We have Urban South's Oktoberfest on tap at Government Taco.
I had it last week.
It's delicious.
It's really good.
It's a solid Oktoberfest.
It is.
So and Gnarly Barley has a Fest beer out as well. That's a really good version of it. I think Great Raft does one that's pretty good. St. Arnold out of Houston does a really good Oktoberfest. So find you a nice German-style amber lager and enjoy.
Jay Ducote's in studio with us. So they got the beer, and if they want to maybe do the ribs their own, how would you suggest people go about doing this? Like, walk me through the process of getting the JD's products and how, if they want to try to do the JD's triple threat on the ribs, how do they do it at home?
Yeah, so this is a rack of baby backs here. You can use St. Louis cut spare ribs as well, or get the whole slab of spares and trim them yourself. I take the membrane off the back. You just kind of have to peel that layer off. You can get a knife under it, and then it kind of peels up. The molasses mustard goes down, just like a generous portion, almost just like you're covering it with that sauce while it's still raw. And then that helps the barbecue rub really stick to it, to adhere to it. So you're kind of using the mustard as a glue for the rub. And then you put that on pretty generously as well. And then I do a smoke. These were smoked at Government Taco. We have a smoker there. So cherry wood for about 4 hours, wrapped in foil, a little butter and honey inside that foil, and then they were back on for another hour or so. And you want baby backs to be pretty tender. I like ribs that the meat still sticks to the bone, but like will pull off the bone. But I don't want it to. I don't want fall off the bone.
Fall off.
I want pull off the bone, not fall off the bone.
Understood. All right. JD's Triple Threat. You can make them yourself or swing by Government Taco tomorrow starting at noon for the pop-up in conjunction with Cypress Coast Brewery, their anniversary tomorrow.
First anniversary, 1 year.
A lot of good beer scene in Baton Rouge
Yeah.
right now. A lot of good microbrews popping up. All right, they are going to play a game. It's LSU in Central Michigan. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I really am. I know a lot of people are really nervous. I mean, I heard you and T-Bob talking on Skull and T about, just like, well, if we lose, this is a fire the coach kind of situation. Well, that might be true. I don't think we're really in danger of losing, though.
Passively. I agree with you.
That's the thing. Like, I think it's okay to say that because I don't think that's much of a danger.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic, maybe. I understand that we got embarrassed out in Los Angeles. I understand that there are elements of the team, the game plan that we need to improve even from McNeese, even though it was a blowout victory, we still didn't look as good as we ought to.
Yeah.
But a lot of these LSU teams, improve after the first few games. Like it takes a little while.
I love your optimism.
Yeah.
I love all.
We're going to be all right.
In Enneagram 7, he's always optimistic.
38-10.
38 to 10. Okay, I'll take 38 to 10. 38 to 10. So like 38.
You brought up the Enneagram.
34-7 last week.
All right, 8.
Shut up. All right. So Jay's on record, 38-10. God, I hope you're right. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Jay Ducote is going to go do radio and talk 107.3 here in a few minutes. We're going to continue. Ryan Theriot in studio next. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. Tomorrow, of course, is a Saturday. So it is a wonderful time to go test drive in a brand new vehicle from South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland or southpointvw.com. You can shop online. So this is the best way to go about doing it. Shop them online. Start online, new or certified pre-owned. Search their inventory, find what you're looking for, and then bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. You can work out financing on the website and go test drive one tomorrow. 9 different IIHS top safety picks, all the great German engineering, the style, the feel, the performance, the luxury without the cost. That's South Point Volkswagen. Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. Airline just north of Highland or online at southpointvw.com. I drive a Volkswagen. My wife drives a Volkswagen. Test drive one if you never have. southpointvw.com. What's your direction?
Introducing Vizzy Lemonade, the only lemonade hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. All new Vizzy Lemonade. Step up your seltzer game.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
In most cases, you'll never get more for your trade-in than right now at Corval Toyota in Opelousas. Now's your chance to upgrade. You can pre-order your new Toyota today or choose one of our pre-owned vehicles and we'll buy back your current vehicle at a price that will absolutely amaze you. You can walk away with more money in your pocket than you ever thought possible. At Corval Toyota in Opelousas, that's Corval Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Hand injury lawyers.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Packers linebacker Zadarius Smith will miss at least 3 games with a back injury. Smith goes on IR today. The Packers will host the Lions on Monday Night Football on ESPN. ESPN's Field Yates reports the Saints put linebacker Quan Alexander and defensive lineman Marcus Davenport on IR. Both of them will miss the next 3 games. After an opening loss to the Rams in Week 1, the Bears will play their home opener against the Bengals Sunday. A big group of fans will no doubt be calling for rookie quarterback Justin Fields, but instead it'll be Andy Dalton starting again. Tom Waddle of ESPN 1000 explains why.
Agree or disagree, get angry, accept it however you want to respond to it. The coach has been very clear that he feels the best way to handle this situation and what's best for Justin Fields is to bring him along slowly, and he has, stayed with that plan.
Tom Waddle on KJ and Max. U.S. Open champ Emma Raducanu doesn't know yet when she'll be on the court next, but it could be at Indian Wells in October.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. We're close, convenient, and known for our guaranteed everyday low prices and excellent customer service from professional parts people you can trust. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
Boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You picture better reload. Get the point.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
104.5, 104.9 ESPN Baton Rouge, 100.3 ESPN New Orleans.
This is legit, dude. Check me out. I got camo paint on my face.
Ryan Theriot hitless in 4 at-bats.
When it's 20 degrees, Matt, and you're sitting in a deer stand, it's freezing cold. Okay, you need a beanie on your head.
Our weekly visit with Ryan Theriot is brought to you by Bowie Outfitters. Bowie Outfitters, your home for everything outdoors.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Music. You are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. Yeah, bro. Yeah. How are you on this football Friday?
Doing great.
Are you?
Wonderful today. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, last week you picked the Saints to lose.
Yep.
How'd that go?
Nah, well, it went great, actually.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Idiot.
Back on them.
Wonder what you're going to pick this week.
Black and gold in the Super Bowl. Black and gold in the Super Bowl. I'm on them, baby. Boom, boom. Jameis is the MVP.
Oh, really? That's where you're going now.
Big tight end's name? Love that guy.
Juwan Johnson.
Got him.
He's been on the show before. He and his wife are actually like TikTok famous. They have a joint like TikTok account, and they're really funny and kind of awesome and stuff. Like he went viral last year whenever he was active for the first time, and when he videoed himself telling his wife that that was actually active for a game. And that went viral. It was really cool. Yeah, great dude.
I like him. Well,
started at Penn State, finished his career at Oregon as a receiver, and then undrafted, signed with the Saints. And dude, he's a problem.
He's a guy.
He's a problem in the red zone. Yeah. You know what else is a problem?
What's that?
Field Yates tweeted a little breaking news. Muse, if we could. Sorry, I didn't cue you on that. My bad, Muse. A little breaking news. Thank you. Not good. Saints have placed linebacker Quan Alexander and defensive end Marcus Davenport on IR. Both now out at least 3 weeks.
What happened to Quan?
Quan was on the injury list with an elbow injury.
Oh.
So that's a bummer, man. But I can't say that I'm terribly surprised, man. Like, this is Quan. Like, this is his career. He has injuries all the time. He had him at LSU. He had him in high school. He tore an ACL in high school. He had injury. He broke his foot at LSU. He's had injuries every year in the NFL. It's just when you're an injury-prone player, this happens. It sucks because he's great. He's a difference maker. And
really good when he's right.
Especially this week, when you're playing that offense with McCaffrey, like you need your linebackers that can cover, that can run sideline to sideline, man. So now you're going to throw Zach Bond out there?
I don't even know who that is.
Pete Werner. Zach Bond played at Wisconsin. He's a really good edge rusher. They're trying to turn him into like a true linebacker, not so much just an edge player. And he played pretty well in the preseason, but he ain't Quan.
He ain't Quan.
So more and more apprehensive, man, about this game this week. I'm gonna give you a pick next hour. You're looking forward to the LSU game tomorrow?
A little bit.
Yeah, against Central Michigan.
A little bit. I'm a little concerned. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah.
About the game?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Like the result, the outcome of the game?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Why?
I don't know. I just have that feeling.
Baby, I got the feeling.
I got a feeling. So I
got a feeling.
Started to have those feelings this week. Actually, I started to have them at the beginning of the McNeese game last week. And so I pinned this letter this week to Central Michigan. I'd like to share it with you guys. It's a pretty good one, I think. I like it. So here goes. Dear Central Michigan, while playing in the minor leagues, I spent quite a bit of time in your state. 2 seasons, to be exact. It was the worst 2 years of my life.
Worse than Iowa?
Michigan.
No, it was worse than Iowa?
Way worse than Iowa.
Oh.
The vampire population is off the charts the further north you go. Everybody knows that.
Really?
Yeah. And it's apparent that the bloodsuckers are plentiful up there. It makes perfect sense, though, as it's so dang cold, and you people are forced to stay inside from October to March.
Oh, you just mean everybody's super pasty.
They're super pasty, but they are vampires.
Yeah. That's everywhere in the Midwest, though.
It's forced you people to develop pasty skin, terrible bodies, and an unhealthy love for board games.
That's so true, though.
It is true. I lived with a host family.
It is so true.
They all had terrible complexions. They were out of shape, and they played Uno and Monopoly all day. Like, not a real thing.
Oh, man. Nobody wants to go out in the cold.
I get it.
It's snowing for 8 months out of the year.
Horrible.
It's terrible. So true.
You say things like, you guys, and you call Cokes pop. Every man that lives in Michigan wishes he was Bo Schembechler, and every woman fantasizes about Tom Izzo. Fact. They all love Tom Izzo. All the ladies think Tom Izzo's hot.
He's like 5'6".
It's true. They love
So
him.
are you.
It's not funny.
I know. We went to lunch on Monday, and I stood next to you. I was like, you know what? You're really not that short.
Mm-mm. No, that wasn't funny either when you said that. I just kept walking.
But I was serious, though. Like, you're not. I mean, they all make, the comments come in for
Right.
you, and you're sorry. But Moose is still a pothead.
Yes, and
Total.
Moose would love the Upper Peninsula. You even have a part of your state that's designated for all the hippies and dope smokers. It's called the Upper Peninsula.
The Yoopers.
Which...
Yeah, that's where Moose is a
would
Yooper.
love.
Are you a Yooper?
He would love that.
Moose is a Yooper.
No, not a Yooper.
Yooper.
He loved the UP.
He's a Yooper.
And then you have Mount Pleasant, home of the Central Michigan Chippewas.
Have you been there? Okay.
Proud member of the MAC. Never won anything. Tim Allen is a graduate of Central Michigan.
Oh.
Knew that. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good.
I guess. But that's about it. The next most famous guy to graduate from Central Michigan is Antonio Brown. And obviously the lack of social interaction and months on end of isolation has taken its toll on Antonio Brown.
That's a great point. Really very good observation there. Deductive reasoning.
Yes. The only real fun happens at the Soaring Eagle Casino up there in Mount Pleasant.
At an Indian casino? They got him in... Well, I guess it makes sense. Chippewas. Yeah, of course.
They feature 4 blackjack tables, a poker room, and a roulette wheel. If you're one of the lucky 50 that can actually play, get ready to have the time of your life. And they also have an arcade for the kids and laser tag. They feature some really nice hotel rooms that smell like Marlboro Reds and Milwaukee's best. That's Soaring Eagle Casino if you ever visit Mount Pleasant.
You ever been to an Indian casino in the Midwest?
I have.
Me too. That's exactly what they are.
That's what it is.
That is absolutely... That is a picture-perfect description.
You go in with like 10 G's, you're like, I'm about to turn up in this casino. You walk in, there's like nothing there.
I went to one in Minnesota, and I played nickel slots and won like $30 because it was the only thing.
It's all they had. Like, what are we doing?
It's so true.
But the outside of the place was beautiful. And you walk in and you're thinking, whatever.
Oh, man, that is so true.
Your quarterback at the Chippewas, Jacob Sermon, has a 50% completion rate, and he's got terrible hair. I don't know if you've seen his picture.
I haven't seen his picture.
Pull it up. It's horrible. But worse than that, your profile pic on the website, Jacob, still has you in a Washington Huskies jersey.
No, I gotta see this. Hold on.
Facts.
Oh, hold on. Hang on. There he is. Let's see. Jacob Sermon. Nope, you're wrong.
No, dude, the one I looked at had him in a Washington jersey.
Folly, look this up. Wait. Oh, we got a pop-up. Let's get that pop-up off of there. All right. Damn pop-ups. All right, let's go. Here you go, Paulie. Look, here we go. Here you go. Oh, no, you know what? I take this. Yep, there. Look, Jacob Sermon. Here you go. Look, there he is. Look. Jacob Sermon.
Yeah, that's the new one. That's not what I saw.
Oh, they updated it, huh?
They must have updated this because he had horrible hair and he was in a Washington jersey. They must have made him cut a complete makeover deal.
I can't comment on anybody's hair. If you have hair, no matter what you choose to do with it, it's just a better look than what I have. So
here we go. You ready?
Yeah, let me see.
This is what I got.
Oh, that's at ESPN.com. That's why. I'm at the Central Michigan website at ESPN.com.
Pull that one up and show the people.
I'll do that. Okay,
show the people this hair.
Yeah, no, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's ESPN.com. Still has his University of Washington profile up there. Jacob Sermon is the name. Sirmon. Oh, not Jacone.
Sermon.
Excuse me. There it is. Got it.
Get it up
there. We go. Here we go. There you go, Paulie. Good. I'll zoom in.
He looks a little bit like my guy Ryan Schimpf, but not really. Schimpf's a lot better looking. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There he is.
It's tough.
In a Washington jersey. That hair also kind of looks like Nicolas Cage in Con Air.
Con Air, good show. I love that.
Doesn't his hair look like Nicolas Cage in Con Air?
Looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
They put the grease in their hair before they go out. They put like the, well, I used to do that too, I'm be honest with you. I'd put like the ultrasound gel. You know when you're doing treatment?
Little jelly, yeah.
I'd put that ultrasound gel in my hair before I go play. It would like hold it in place, keep it from getting frizzy.
HD, it changed the way you thought about yourself
Possibly.
before game, yeah?
Your head coach has failed at every stop he's made. And
That's not true.
And he likes to take pictures with fish when he's butt naked on his downtime.
That's true. Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say, Central Michigan, is your city sucks. Your state sucks. And your football team sucks. Good luck this weekend, Ryan.
Okay. Let's put the whole state of Michigan on blast.
At least it wasn't Lake Charles.
You got crushed, lad. Do you know how many pissed off people I had last week?
I mean,
well, you went after Lake Charles and Shreveport.
Yeah.
You went after both of them.
Well, Shreveport deserves it. I am actually a fan of Lake Charles. Shreveport stinks. Let's be honest. Bossier City's good.
If we could lower the border by like, what?
Bossier's good.
Okay, because Hudco is in Bossier, and Hester's from Shreveport. And we had to listen to the 3-1 great thing all the time.
This isn't a shot at Hester. The city just stinks. That's the truth. And Jacob's a great guy and all that stuff, but there's a reason why he doesn't live in Shreveport today.
That's quite astute.
Actually,
it's really good. It's well said. Noted.
And the Lake Charles thing, it wasn't. I had to. We were playing McNeese, and I really didn't go in on Lake Charles. I went in on McNeese a little bit, but not really Lake Charles. Everybody's got their feelings on their shoulders. Grow up.
Yeah. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Pluckers. Hey, you got some football tonight.
Who's playing tonight?
We got college games tonight. Did you know that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah. You know where you can watch those college football games tonight?
I'd love to know that.
How about at Pluckers?
Okay.
You know there's 2 locations, don't you?
There's one on Nicholson.
Yeah, just south of campus.
And then there's one on Bluebonnet.
Right in front of the Mall of Louisiana.
Big one.
It's
a lot of TVs in that
one.
one.
It was a big one.
I like that.
I love talking to Stevie Levy, the king of the wing, about that when he said, man, look, if I go broke, I'm going all in, though, bro. Right. When they renovated that thing. But you got Central Florida and Louisville tonight. You also have Maryland and Illinois tonight. So you got a Big Ten matchup.
Louisville.
Louisville.
And Illinois.
And Illinois. How about that? So Central Florida against Louisville and Maryland against Illinois. You got those 2 games tonight. You need a place to watch them?
I do.
Go to Pluckers. Eat wings, drink beer, watch football on TV. Great place before, during, or after the LSU game tomorrow as well is at Pluckers, where if you don't like our wings, we'll give you the bird.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, glad you're with us here. Football Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. By the way, T-Bob and I will be at Don Juan Cigar Bar tomorrow, right after LSU Central Michigan, and after every LSU football game all throughout the year for whiskey and wine. The feature cigar tomorrow is the Grande Bold Maduro from McAuliffe Cigars. It's a full-bodied cigar featuring an amazing Ecuadorian Maduro wrapper that gives rich sweetness. The Nicaraguan binder and filler bring forth notes of cocoa, earth, and white pepper. It comes in 5 sizes, by the way. The Petite Corona, the Robusto, the Toro, the Gordo, and the Churchill. It was rated 91 by Cigar Aficionado magazine and 94 by Cigar and Spirits magazine. By the way, the featured drink tomorrow is going to be the Buffalo Smash.
That tastes great.
Perfect combination of mint, blackberry, puree, Buffalo Trace, and lime. Let's go. So fired up.
Do you like that?
Darn right I will. I love whiskey cocktails.
You going to have one of those guys?
I'll probably just drink neat whiskey. But
you going to smoke one of those blunts you were talking about?
It's not a blunt. It's a cigar.
It's the same thing.
No. But yes, I will absolutely be smoking one of those. Oh. 100%. So come join us for Whiskey and Wine at Don Juan Cigar Bar. If you can't be at Don Juan, just watch on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel or the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge Facebook page. It's amazing how many people watch that.
I like to watch it.
Do you?
I do.
Why?
I think it's funny because you guys curse.
We do. A lot.
I like it when you curse.
Throws people off sometimes. They're like, no, you can curse.
Yeah, you can curse.
It's on the internet.
You can drop them, bro.
Yeah,
drop them like it's hot, son.
You always get the inevitable guy who's like, I'm appalled by your foul mouth. Okay.
Turn the channel.
You can go watch the G-rated movie at the theater, fella.
You got Disney Plus? Turn that on. Nerd.
If you don't like cursing, you can kick rocks.
It's now time to kick rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick rock.
Presented by Roto-Rooter Plumbing.
NBA can kick rocks because they're so dang sensitive.
What are you looking at? Kick rocks.
As a matter of fact, the NFL can kick rocks too.
We've got rocks. You know what to do.
In that case, then Matt's going to have to kick rocks.
Now let's see if Ryan Theriot actually prepared for this week's segment.
I'm going to tell myself to kick rocks. Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Oh, man. We had something happen Tuesday that has never happened before.
In the world or at your house?
In the history of the game of baseball.
Okay.
We had a first. New York Yankees were playing the Baltimore Orioles. You're Yankees.
They blew it last night.
Yanks? Yeah,
I'm off them again.
They're struggling right now.
I'm off them again.
And it rained pretty much the entire game.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened was the grounds crew came out and they sat on the tarp in anticipation to pull the tarp. So the field didn't get messed up. Whenever the umpire said it's time to pull, they were going to go pull. Well, there was some questionable calls, and the grounds crew guys didn't like that very much. So they started giving the umpires the business. You know what the ump did? Tossed them. All of them.
Get out of here.
Kicked out the grounds crew.
Idiots.
Which I think is awesome. Umpire can kick rocks. I think it's great that the guys were screaming like that.
Well, you didn't like umpires.
No, I don't, but I like the fact that they kicked out the grounds crew.
Okay.
Yeah. Saying kick rocks. Pretty cool. Nice
Okay.
little story.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Alcorn State to kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Why?
Going at them.
Home of Steve McNair. The late, great Steve Air McNair. Remember watching Air McNair as a kid?
He was unbelievable.
Oh, God. Like, I'm talking about Alcorn Air McNair. I'm not talking about NFL Air McNair. I'm talking about Alcorn Air McNair. Dude was a Heisman finalist from a SWAC school. It's crazy.
Yeah, he was a dude.
Oh.
Alcorn State's football game this Saturday against South Alabama is in serious jeopardy because the team no longer employs an athletic trainer.
I shouldn't laugh.
The team has been unable to practice all week without a trainer on staff who can look after players' injuries. This is a college.
Yeah.
With collegiate athletes.
Allegedly.
That, by the way, got scholarships to go play at your school. And you can't provide an athletic trainer at practice and games when these guys get hurt in a sport, might I add, that is super physical where people are going to get hurt.
Like, you realize, like, Brock here, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, that's a free service that they offer to schools all over the area.
You don't pay anything for it.
And this college, university, Alcorn State.
College.
Can't get a trainer.
There's not a trainer. Wasn't at practice. There was one at the St. Jude middle school game the other day on the sidelines, but we can't get one at Alcorn State. Like, if you're a trainer in the area,
it's a bummer.
Please call Alcorn State and say, hey, I'll go. I'll stand out there.
Yeah.
Make sure, tape them up. Tape up the boys.
It's a bummer.
A little ice.
Feel
It's
bad.
horrible.
Feel bad for those kids.
It's terrible.
Man. It is terrible.
Grow up, Alcorn State.
Kick rock.
And I'm going to tell Mother Nature to kick rocks because this is
kick rock.
I mean, we got so much rain this year. So much rain this year. Go to leave my neighborhood the other day. Streets are kind of flooded. Whatever. Not that big of a deal. So she can kick rocks for that.
Yeah.
Kick rock.
But the people that are afraid to drive in 2 inches of water to go home, they can kick rocks. The street was littered with cars parked on the side of the road, and there was like, honestly, an inch or two of water. They're causing this whole big giant traffic jam for no reason. You can drive through it. I get it. Like, but you don't have to stop your car right there and leave it there all night and walk in your boots to your house. It's so stupid.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, that's Further View, brought to you by the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Blue Bond in Baton Rouge, Ambassador DeCaffrey in Lafayette. Online, theantiagingclinics.com. Went there today, as a matter of fact. Hormone replacement therapy, medical-grade supplements, picked up some medical-grade vitamin C. I got my sort of cocktail of vitamins that I take every day. Vitamin C, some oils, Quercetin, help keep the cholesterol in check. I tell you, you go get your semi-annual blood work done with Dr. Todd Howell. He'll look at everything. He'll look at your liver function, your kidney function, your prostate function, your growth hormone, your testosterone, your estrogen. Look at your whole body. Look at everything. And they will safely and affordably supplement you to get you to healthy levels, get you feeling like your younger self again. It's the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and online, theantiagingclinics.com, theantiagingclinics.com. We're going to do Ask Ryan in about 15 minutes from right now. So because you're here for 2 hours today, we will do our pick segment at the top of hour 3. So it's about 35 minutes from right now. You're here for 2 hours because the Dunham School played yesterday.
Yep.
Right? So Ryan's son, Houston, is a sophomore at Dunham, so playing football this year. And so whenever they have a game that sort of conflicts, Theriot won't be here in the 5 o'clock hour. No sweat. So that's why we've only done 1 hour the past couple of weeks. But you're here for 2 because they played. How did you do last night? Did he get in?
Yeah, he got in last night. Played a little bit and had a couple tackles. They called his name over the loudspeaker, so that was cool.
Cool.
Yep. I was a little disappointed, though, because he wasn't even close to getting a personal foul.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if he did the LeBron step thing, the press down thing,
No,
the
he
LeBron
didn't.
dance.
He didn't do it, which I was a little disappointed about that.
Are we expecting that there's going to be a moment when Houston Theriot makes a big play, gets up and does the LeBron celebration, gets flagged or thrown out of a game?
Yeah, but I don't think they throw you out of the game in high school. That was just middle school.
Oh, okay.
And that just because it was like his fourth one.
That's so good.
So they were like, all right, kid, you got to go.
That's right. Duncan sent me the video of Houston Theriot scoring a touchdown and doing the press down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God.
It would have been okay had he not gotten
he's
the late hit earlier in the game.
He's a beauty. So good. I don't care if it's middle school, high school. I don't care. Celebrate, have fun. I have you don't have to taunt. Don't taunt someone else, but you can celebrate. I have no problem.
Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself out there. Can we make recommendations for what types of celebrations he should do?
Yeah, but I don't. I'm honestly. I don't want to feed the beast.
Would Coach Weiner get really upset over? He would.
I don't think Neil would like that.
No, I mean, listen. I played for Dale Weiner. And if you got a personal foul in a game, that was your ass Saturday morning.
Yep.
Or if not Saturday morning, Monday after practice, you're doing 100-yard gassers. I mean, you just didn't get personal. We just didn't get personal fouls. You just don't. That's not the way. I mean, that was the whole thing.
Right.
You know? So.
No, I don't think he would like it very much. I mean, but there's a fine line between playing hard and then the emotions get going and then it's just hard to control at that point. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Go, man.
You know what he could always say? I learned by watching you, all right? Pull up the video you getting thrown out for yelling at Braceface McGillicuddy.
That's true.
You all right? I learned about watching you. Where'd you learn to be so rude to umpires and whatnot? Get thrown out of games.
He's good with umpires.
You all right?
He just gets
I learned about watching you.
Gets a little excited sometimes.
Parents who do drugs have kids who do drugs. Do you remember that? Muse, do you know what we're talking about?
He knows exactly what we're talking
about. No, I really have no idea what you're It sounded like you wanted somebody to grab that reference because you did it twice.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nobody got it.
Yeah. Paul, do you know it? You didn't get it because you're.
This is your brain.
You're probably high.
This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
Any questions?
There was a
what was it? One of those commercial
ads?
Yeah,
anti-drug PSA ads, stuff
Truth
like that.
or whatever it was called.
And some guy, I'm gonna pull it up here.
This is your brain. And they showed the egg frying. This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
Any questions?
It's an anti-drug PSA. Yep. Here you go. You ready?
Oh, we're gonna play this. Okay.
Here you go, Muse. You're probably high.
This is your brain on drugs.
Well, you have two things going there, big guy.
Wait, hang on. All right, here we go. You ready? All right, here's your education. Ready? Here we go. Go. 87.
Sure, No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me.
Let him talk.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
There you go, Muse.
How about that?
You all right?
Explains a lot.
Let that be the Twitter poll question. Do you remember the I learned it by watching you anti-drug PSA?
Okay.
All right, it's after further review. Saints injury report is out. We'll run through it next. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
Been so thrilled to tell you about our partnership with Hancock Whitney Bank, my bank, Hancock Whitney Bank. For more than 120 years, their mantra, your dreams, our mission. And if it's maybe going on a honeymoon, maybe it's building that home of your dreams, or maybe it's taking that dream vacation or sending your kids to college, oftentimes life gets in the way and our dreams get put on the back burner. Or sometimes a massive hurricane comes through and derails our lives in so many ways. Hancock Whitney Bank has been here through so many storms. They've been here for 120 years helping the Gulf South make your dreams our mission. That's Hancock Whitney Bank. So you can walk into a financial center near you because they got them all over the place around the Gulf South. Or you can log on to HancockWhitney.com. HancockWhitney.com. Hancock Whitney Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans and subject credit approval. Terms and conditions apply. HancockWhitney.com.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
If home is where the heart is, a roof is a shield. That's why for over 25 years, South Louisiana always turns to Garcia Roofing and Sheet Metal.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. The Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Bowie Outfitters.
New year, we're focused on this week, football 1 week at a time, and obviously they're a very good team with a lot of really good players, but at the end of the day, it's all about us.
That is Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey talking about the recent struggles the Panthers have had against the Saints. Saints swept the season series a year ago. They won in Week 7, 27-24. If you remember, Will Lutz made the game-winning field goal with under 8 to play. It was a tie ball game there at the end of the third quarter. It was way closer than it really needed to be. But and then the Saints just housed Carolina in Week 17. But that was a year one rookie coach. Of course, Teddy Bridgewater was only there for a year, and no Christian McCaffrey for all but 3 games a season ago. This just feels very, very different. The Saints injury report is out, the final injury report, so we're going to get to that here in just a second. Tell the good people about Bowie Outfitters.
Well, hunting season's right around the corner.
So what are we hunting?
Yeah, right. Well, birds will be first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me today if what's he hunting? Teal.
Teal, yeah.
Teal. It's like, yeah, do you hunt duck? I'm like, I never shot a gun in my life.
Yeah. Birds will be first.
But I'll eat whatever you shoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bow season's right around the corner as well, which you shot a bow.
Yeah, I did.
You're great at it.
Nailed it.
Yep, you're a natural.
Somebody actually sent me a text after we talked about that and was like, it's actually very hard. Maybe you're just naturally gifted.
It's true. And I told you that, but you don't want to listen to me. It's not easy.
Well, the bow... That's the one where you just put the little scope on the thing and you push the button and the arrow shoots out.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy. That's like when you go to Celebration Station. You know the little thing where the Miami Vice song and you squirt the little water gun into the circle and it would make the thing go up the pole.
I love that game.
You know the game I'm talking about? Yep. That's like shooting that bow. You just aim for the little circle and go boom.
You talking about a crossbow?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah. I mean, did you pull it back?
I pulled it back.
Well, that's not a crossbow. That's a compound bow.
Pulled it back and it locked. I could let go.
Yeah, you had the release.
Yeah,
you couldn't let go, but
I mean, but it locked.
Yeah, it locked.
I didn't have to hold it.
It released. Yeah, and then you just.
And then you go like.
Yep. But you still have to hold it there. Like that's not easy.
You just put the little thing. You got a scope on the thing. You're just looking right through the
sights.
The sights. Yeah.
I think you're just good at it.
Yeah. Whatever.
But you can get all of that and more. Bowie Outfitters. Get ready for hunting season. Go check them out. BowieOutfitters.com, or you can go right there on Perkins Road. Ask for Lee. He can hook you up. Get you ready for hunting seasons right around the corner.
Do you think maybe we should have some kind of like hunting competition, like a bow shooting competition with you and me to see if I'm actually really good at it?
We could go in at the 10-lane bow range over at Bowie Outfitters.
Yeah.
And we could do it. I video it. It might
I
be
didn't
good.
go into a 10-lane range. Whatever one I went into was like it was a room, maybe 3 or 4 people could be side by side in there. It wasn't 10.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was 10?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe it's bigger than I thought, or I remember. So that's the last time I shot a bow.
Let's go. You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. That'd be good content. We'll video it. We'll put it out on live. We'll do it on live on YouTube.
Okay.
On the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. We'll fire it up. We'll let people see us do a bow shooting competition.
We'll shoot some bows.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Now, as long as I have to shoot a long bow like I did that time, like I'm Tecumseh, that was awful.
Yeah,
I literally shot the ceiling.
That's a level up.
I shot the ceiling. I don't know why y'all were like, oh, you have to start with this.
Yeah.
Like, why? You have to start with the hardest thing?
Yeah. That's not easy to do.
Yeah, that was hard. Yeah. All right, Saints and Panthers on Sunday. Christian McCaffrey also, when he met with the media, did talk about this Saints defense, which was just suffocating against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
They got a great front. Linebackers fly around really well. They communicate well. They don't beat themselves. And then their DBs, they make plays on the ball. Once again, I think they just play really good team defense. They tackle well. You could tell their coach, Harp's running to the ball. They're good, really good defense.
He first mentioned the linebackers that fly around. And Demario Davis is the unquestioned stud, right? I mean, he is a all-pro linebacker.
Man of God.
Freak show. I have the Man of God headband that I wear during Saints games.
Saw that in person.
Yep. You did come to my house on Sunday.
Yep.
You saw me sitting there.
Yelling at the TV.
I was excited. I was cheering. The Saints were kicking the crap out of Green Bay. I wasn't yelling at anything. I was fired up.
You were loud.
Well, yeah, I was. What's your point?
Scared Drew a little bit.
No, I didn't scare him. He thinks it's hilarious when I yell like that. Anyway, One of those linebackers is Quan Alexander. He's out.
Gone.
Quan Alexander and Marcus Davenport have been sent to IR, which means they're out for at least 3 weeks. Remember, the NFL changed the rule to where you can have an unlimited number of players go to short-term IR. So Davenport and Quan are out for at least the next 3 weeks. That makes the challenge of getting where I said they needed to be through the first 5 weeks, above 500, even more arduous. So, I know sometimes context is hard because we have the benefit of hindsight, but now we're prisoners of the moment because of what we just saw them do against Green Bay. But my whole feeling on this team was you got to get to 3-2 through your first 5. You get your bye in week 6, and then week 7, Michael Thomas comes off of PUP, and then a week later, week 8, you'll have David Onyemata back because he's got to serve a 6-game suspension. So you're going to get better come week 7, 8, and for that stretch run. I love the Saints for that stretch run to finish above 500. But starting the season without so many guys, you had to find a way to get to your open date at least 3-2, above 500. It seems like a cinch now because you beat Green Bay, and most of us were assuming they were going to lose to Green Bay. But this complicates things. No Quan Alexander, no Marcus Davenport. They're on IR. They're out for at least 3 weeks. Chase Hansen, Eric McCoy, and Pete Werner also have been ruled out for this week. So what's significant, of course, Eric McCoy is your starting center. Now you're going to slide Cesar Ruiz over. And
it's a guy from Michigan?
Yeah.
See, I know my Saints.
And nice. And Calvin Throckmorton likely starts at guard. He's the one who went in last week and performed very well. So I'm a little apprehensive because of the change at center. When you affect that battery, it matters. But the fact that Chase Hansen and Pete Werner are out, those are backups behind Quan.
I'm okay
so
with
your only 2 healthy linebackers that have any experience are Demario Davis, who's a stud, and Zach Bond, who we just talked about. Like, this is a major, major prove-it moment for Zach Bond. Like, this ain't preseason no more. This ain't, like, take the training wheels off because that's Christian McCaffrey. Let's roll. I mean, this is a gigantic challenge with that number of defenders out for this game. Then on top of it, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Tano Passanio, Marshawn Lattimore, and P.J. Williams are all questionable. C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Tano Passanio did not practice on Friday. And typically, if you don't practice on Friday, you ain't playing on Sunday. But hopefully they can get those guys back. C.J. is one of those guys where, look, man, if he's ready to roll Sunday, fine. Who cares about practice? Lattimore, P.J. Williams are going to be interesting. Lattimore, of course, had surgery on his hand earlier this week. If he's not available, then you're starting Bradley Roby at one corner and Paulson Adebo at the other. And your nickel safety, C.J. Gardner-Johnson's questionable. P.J. Williams, who's your dime, is questionable. And Lattimore is questionable. Like, bro, this is like the defense.
Why are they broken like that?
It's a problem this week. I'm telling you, man. The Panthers have a notably shorter list. And nobody is either out or questionable. And I don't know that there's any of these that I would even say are super critical. Daquan Jones, Taylor Moton, Justin Burris, Sean Chandler, Pat Elfine, John Miller, their guard, and then Shai Smith, the wide receiver. They're pretty healthy. The COVID stuff this week with the Saints coaches, I am just really, really nervous about this game, man. I mean, I picked the Saints against the Packers last week. I am very, very, very apprehensive about this game.
Well, everybody knows you can't win if you got a guy named Pete playing on your team. So
what do you mean?
I'm okay with him being out this week. I got an idea, though.
What about Peter?
Even worse.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's okay. But I got an idea.
What about Pete Alonso?
Oh, man. He's a guy. Why didn't Mike Jones go play for the Saints? Because he can cover guys, right? Is that a thing? Get him to go play. And then LSU can't get him on the field, so he can go play for the Saints? No? Not a good idea? What if somebody gets hurt who plays linebacker? Because you just said we only have 2 linebackers.
Caden Ellis? I mean, do you stand him up? I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you sign someone off the practice squad? I don't know.
I was going to pick him to go 17-0, but you've kind of talked me out of it a little bit.
I'm not super optimistic about Sunday. Saints are a 3.5-point favorite. All right, it's after further review. We'll do Ask Ryan to wrap up the hour next. Got a question for Theriot? Ask him anything about anything. Tweet me at Matt Moscona. Jump in the Bayou Ford
Twitter world.
Jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat and the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel, or text your questions 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan's next.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. You know what we learned after the flood?
What's that?
A lot of people who had damaged their HVAC system, they called Chuck in a truck to try to save a buck. You liked that one, didn't you?
You took it a step
I
further.
had it, yeah.
That was good.
And old Chuck, the Chuckmeister, did a poor job on the install because he's not a qualified technician like they have at River City's 1 Hour Air. There's not a manual, like a one way to do an install. And how, I've learned this from my friends at River City's 1 Hour, how you do the install many times will determine the efficiency and the lifespan of your unit. So a lot of people after the flood in 2016 had to rip those things out after just a few months. Do it right the first time. River City's 1 Hour Air, 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I'm feeling good. So good. I just thought you should know.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, the Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Bowie Outfitters.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. We'll do our pick segment coming up here in about 10 minutes, right after the top of the hour. We'll also, that's for college football, of course. We'll also give you a Saints-Panthers pick next hour. Let's get to Ask Ryan. You know the drill. Anything you want to ask Theriot about anything, fire away. Tweet your questions at Matt Moscona. You can jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat on the Watt 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. Twitter. Tweet
hey, Twitter world.
Or you can text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. All right, let's get to it. Ask Ryan, will you be... Oh, that was Ask Jay. Will you be catering Red Hat's wedding? Let's see. Frank Schulen, tell Ryan turn his hat around. He's not 16 anymore.
Who's that guy?
Frank Schulen. Let's see. Frank is 65 years old. Oh, he's born on July 7th. He lives in Baker. I'm born July 8th. How about that?
How about that? How about this? Shut up, Frank.
How about that, Frank? Norman said, hey, Ryan, can I get an autographed Hudco hat signed by you and Matt?
Isn't it time for a nap, Frank?
Ooh. Hudco hat? Autograph?
Yeah, sure.
Ask Ryan, should Muso's drop music be changed to Afro Man's Because I Got High?
Be a good idea. I like that. My boogers are spicy drop. He does never play that one.
Ask Ryan. What should happen? This is Roy. What should happen to the people that put their debris so close to the road you have to decide to scratch the right side of your vehicle or cross the center line?
Just cross the center line. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm sure that the people that put the stuff there weren't super concerned about it. They were probably just trying to get it out of their house.
And maybe, like, when they put it there, it wasn't, but it could have settled and fallen closer.
Yep. I get what he's saying. But, you know.
Nate says, ask Ryan, what position group would you coach on a football team and why?
That's a good question. I want to coach the lineman. Maybe the O-line.
What would you say if you were coaching me?
Be nasty.
Be nasty.
Yeah.
Dustin said, ask Ryan, do you ever get high with Muso?
No. Although I did catch him in his truck after the show a few weeks ago. He was just sitting in there for a long time.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
that
you were.
Never happened.
I talked to Matt for probably 10 minutes, and you just sat in the truck the whole time.
We don't even leave the studio at the same time.
This time we did, and you were sitting in your truck.
That's false.
Busted.
I couldn't really see in the windows either.
Lie.
You calling him a liar?
I am. Liar.
Sounds
Do you remember that?
He's getting super. I do. He's getting super defensive too.
Nobody remembers that because it never happened.
You know what that means when you get super defensive like that.
It was the first time we talked about him being a smoker, and he just so happened to just be hanging out in his truck.
I know. Ask Ryan. Can he see his feet in his driver's license photo? Ask Ryan, why do you hate Shreveport Bossier so much? Todd Walker is from this area.
No, I like Bossier. I said that.
James Howell, ask Ryan, who owns more Game Coin? Who owns more Game Coin, Rhino?
Then, who? Me or what is the question?
I asked me or you?
Oh, you. You got a lot. How's your crypto?
My crypto's good, bro.
James, how's your crypto?
How much longer am I going to be hosting after further review?
Not much. 6 weeks. Then he's out.
Oh, man. Ask Ryan. Will you try the STTDB beer from Gilla Brewing?
Yep.
I'd love to try that. That's William Myers. Tell the people at Gilla to bring us a beer. I'd love to try that.
You love to drink on air.
Jimmy Ott's made a career doing it. Why can't I? Ask Ryan, can you make more jokes about Lake Charles and Shreveport?
Yeah, I will, but I mean, at some point, whenever the time's right.
Ooh. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I lost my spot. My bad. I lost my spot on the thing. I think we're almost out of time.
Looks like it's about to rain.
Ray, ask Ryan. Should I start... Oh, I guess this is fantasy football. Should I start Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen, did he? No, he didn't play last night. I I'd probably start.
Josh Allen's the Bills quarterback. Right?
Yeah, I'd probably start Josh Allen.
Do you play fantasy football?
I don't. I'm not this year. I like fantasy football.
Okay.
I'm not this year.
All right. About to kick off hour number 3. Give us a little pick segment. Can't wait to see who the guest picker is.
Yep.
Lars Corville asked Ryan, what's your favorite peanut butter brand?
Jif.
Ask Ryan, does LSU really suck?
Yes.
Ask Ryan, who's this week's Traction MVP?
I'm going to give it to Eddie.
Hour 3 next.
AFR.
Brought to you by Shawbills. ShawBillsTire.com. 18 locations in South Louisiana. Find the location nearest you at ShawBillsTire.com. As a matter of fact, this morning, had a conversation with my old buddy Martin at Shawbills. Great dude. I think we're going to need to help him out with some roof stuff. ShawBillsTire.com. 18 locations in South Louisiana. Love telling you about Shawbills because I love telling you about businesses that have kind of done it the right way. And that's what Shawbills has done since they opened their doors in 1968. Listen, man, you can buy tires a lot of different places. You can bring your vehicle to be serviced a lot of different places. But what about a place that's locally owned and operated? What about a place that's committed to getting you the best prices possible on the best tires in the world? What about a place that's going to treat you like family when you come in, that's comfortable and convenient and clean when you come and wait and sit with comfortable furniture and free Wi-Fi and coffee and flat screens? Like, that's Shawbills for more than 50 years. It's Shawbills, where we keep you rolling.
Our topic today is about savings. What is savings?
Hancock Whitney isn't just a bank for our clients. We're investing in our hometowns, making life better for everyone. So keep dreaming. We've got your back.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big V and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret, the best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Hand injury lawyers.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. The Green Bay Packers put linebacker Zadarius Smith on IR with a back injury. He dealt with back issues during training camp, but did play in the opener against the Saints. The Packers will host the Lions in Week 2 on Monday Night Football on ESPN. Dolphins wideout Will Fuller will miss Sunday's game against the Bills with a personal issue. Coach Brian Flores says the issue came as a surprise but did not provide any further details. Vikings defensive end Everson Griffin has a concussion after a car crash. Griffin told police he swerved to avoid a deer and hit a tree. Griffin is out for Sunday's game against the Cardinals. There was no whiteout game last year at Penn State thanks to COVID-19, but tomorrow night, a top 25 showdown in State College. ESPN's David Pollack.
Everybody's committed, okay? Everybody is joining the whiteout. Everybody's got white on. It's a crazy scene, the chants, the way they're involved in the game the whole time, man. It really is one of the coolest things. And now bringing in Auburn.
Coming up Monday, we're talking about Week 2 in the NFL, and two teams with playoff aspirations look to jump out to a 2-0 start. We'll tell you if the Steelers or Raiders should be considered Super Bowl contenders. What? Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, Monday morning on ESPN Radio.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
That's right.
You can't handle the Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Please, sir. I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
You so. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Yeah, Brett?
Yeah, Brett.
All right, it's about that time. Normally, on a Football Friday, kickoff hour 3, we would welcome aboard our celebrity guest picker, but apparently you have completely abandoned your responsibility this year. How do you explain yourself to our very eager audience that is routinely disappointed by your lack of effort?
Well, it's not necessarily a lack of effort.
I mean, it's a total lack of effort.
I'm winning right now.
Getting a guest picker on the show.
I'm winning, so I'm just riding the highs. I'm going to keep doing what I did until I start losing. Then
How do you explain not getting a guest picker?
Well, I'm winning right now, and so that's why I'm just going to keep doing the same thing that I was doing. And if I start to lose, I may get one.
By the way, you're not winning. So are you saying like you wouldn't be, like you would actually do work if you started losing?
Yes. I'm superstitious.
All right. Bring on guest pickers.
Matt, I'm a little insulted.
Why, Erica?
Because I'm doing awesome. We're kicking your butt.
You're not.
And I'm superstitious like Ryan. So like, why ruin a good thing?
We're tied.
We're not tied. We beat you 2 games last week.
Yep.
And I won 2 games that you all lost.
No.
Yeah.
No, we only differed on 2 games. There's no way.
That's not true.
True. You just don't know how to lose. Let's go. We're
Erica,
going to roll you again.
What he's going to do, Erica, is what he does all the time, is he cheats when he does this stuff.
How do I cheat? How do I cheat?
Just expect that going in.
I got it. I know. I live with him. I know.
How
He's
do
a
I
cheater,
cheat?
and he's a copycat.
For those that
Huge
don't know,
cheater and a copycat.
Do you want me to go first?
No, you're not going first. I get to go first.
All right. Well, then, but he's accusing me of cheating. But I'm saying, and you're saying he's a copycat. I'm saying, all right, well, I'll go first. So
I want you to go first.
Just okay, yeah.
I want you to go first.
All right,
yeah. Let's let Matt go first this time.
Go first, Matt.
Auburn and Penn State.
You're on first.
Yeah, who you got, Matt?
But if I go first, then you're just going to pick what I pick, so I can't ever get a lead again.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
I don't like your picks. Like some of them I don't like. So.
All right. Then you go first.
Oh, gosh. Let's just go. People don't want to hear this.
You're right. But Theriot won't get a celebrity guest picker because he's lazy. So he keeps calling you.
Guest picker.
Erica, you're not a celebrity guest picker.
Tell that to the people. Tell it to the dance team at Sherwood Middle.
That's not funny. Don't laugh at him.
Falconette.
Why are you on his side? You can't be on his side.
Celebrity Falconette.
Yeah. I think we're called the Jazzettes, actually.
The winner of the Sword Award from Bishop
Okay,
Sullivan.
let's go. Okay.
Oh, see what happened now? I mentioned the Sword Award, and she gets really nervous about that.
I don't get nervous. I just don't understand why you always talk about that.
Well, the Sword Award, because I'm very proud.
God.
The Sword Award, Muse, you know what the Sword Award is? Muse went to St. Michael's.
I do know what the Sword Award is.
So you explain what the Sword Award is.
Well, the Sword, I don't know what that, but the Sword Award, it's like for academic excellence.
No, it's definitely not for academic.
No,
No, it's not for that. No, it's not for academic. No, it's definitely not academic excellence. It's
You think I'm smart,
I
see?
assure you, it's not for academic excellence.
Maybe I don't know what it is.
No,
then.
it's like the Outstanding Graduate Award.
That's the same thing.
No,
it's
it's
like
not.
Well-rounded.
Yeah, well-rounded.
Not necessarily smart.
Yeah, so Erica won this.
Okay, this
and
has nothing to do with the guest picker
And
episode.
the trophy is it's a base, and then it's like this glass. It's a sword encased in glass, and it's an awesome looking trophy. And when we were moving into our house, I'm going through stuff. I'm like, what is this cool thing?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it's the sword. I'm like, what's the Sword Award? And then I learned what it is. I'm like, oh, we are putting this out and displaying this. And she's like, no, we're not. So it is on a shelf in my office at the house as a bookend.
The Sword Award.
Sword Award.
Erica, did you know Musso in high school? Did he smoke a lot of dope then, or did that start recently?
No, I was way older than him. No. But that's funny that y'all are doing that to him right now because it's kind of funny, Muse. I like it.
It's not funny, Erica.
It's not
It's really
true.
not. It's not funny.
There's nothing funny about it. He likes it.
All right, can we pick some games
Okay,
now?
let's go.
All right, Erica, Auburn or Penn State?
I'm going Auburn. SEC here. Auburn all the way. Penn State. I mean, they're old has-beens. Auburn.
Old has-beens. Rhino.
I'm sorry, Erica. I got to go Penn State on
I
this
am
one.
also,
I'm sorry.
I am also going Penn State at home in this game.
Yeah.
Whiteout conditions at night. I like Penn State. All right, Michigan State against Miami. Erica, Michigan State or Miami? Who you got? Little intersectional matchup there. Big Ten against ACC.
I'm doing Michigan State.
All right, Erica is going Michigan State.
I want Michigan State, yeah.
All right, Rhino.
I'm going to go with the Hurricanes, Miami.
Ooh, Erica.
Ryan, what is
I'm sorry.
going on here?
I
This
know.
is not
I get
feeling
it.
Right.
Maybe
By the
it's
way,
run its course. I don't know.
I'm also going Miami in that ball game. Erica, I know we're going to disagree on this one. You ready?
Oh.
Who do you think I'm going to ask you about if I know we're going to disagree?
Oh, Notre Dame.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Notre Dame is playing Purdue. Who do you like?
Well, I mean, I'd probably go with Notre Dame on that one because Purdue, I didn't even know they had a football team.
Oh, do you
So
know?
let's-
That's where Drew Brees went, Erica.
Yeah, but nobody knew who he was until he became a Saint.
He was like literally an All-American. I think I'm pretty sure he was a Heisman finalist as well. They went to the Rose Bowl.
I never knew it. I'm going Notre Dame on that one.
Oh, really?
Why?
Because you chastise me every time I bet on Notre Dame.
Yeah, because Notre Dame always ends up losing, but I don't think they're going to lose to Purdue.
All right. Rhino?
I think Notre Dame's going to figure it out a little bit. They played horrible the last couple weeks, but
All right,
give me Notre Dame.
We're all picking the Irish. What about Bama and Florida, Erica? What do you think, Bama or Florida?
Oh, well, I mean, we all know Alabama's going to win every game they play. I mean, Nick Saban is he's it. He is the football god, so I'm definitely going Alabama.
Do you think Alabama's going to beat LSU?
I'm thinking so. If I had
Well,
to guess,
why do you hate LSU?
I don't hate LSU.
Why do you
but
hate
if I
Ed
had to guess
Ogeron?
today, I don't hate Ed Ogeron, but I love Will Wade. You know, I love Will Wade.
I know, she does.
No, I mean, of course, Alabama's going to win. Yes, they're gonna kill Florida.
Everybody in the Moscona household hates LSU, and they hate Coach O.
I don't. Drew loves Coach O.
Drew watches Coach O videos on YouTube, like press conferences, all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a
And
search in YouTube that says Coach O talking, and that's
Yeah.
one of my searches that Drew likes to watch.
Drew will just watch YouTube videos of Ed Ogeron. For those that don't know, Drew's our 7-year-old, and he's got special needs. But like, he will watch Ed Ogeron. Like, I'll just walk in, he's sitting there on the phone, just like, guys, tough practice today. Like,
He
Drew's
loves
just
it.
watching Ed Ogeron video. Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah, it's
All
great.
right, Erica, Mississippi State against Memphis.
Ooh, well, Mississippi State was really bad their first game, huh?
Yeah. But then they were really good their second game.
Ooh, Well, then they've got some momentum going. They have that Pirate coach that Ryan talked about last year still. The Pirate,
Yep, he's there.
Mississippi State, because then don't they play us like the following week?
Yeah, they play LSU next week, yep.
Yeah, so they're getting fired up for our game. So I'll go Mississippi State over Memphis.
You don't think that this is a little, like, letdown spot?
No, definitely not.
Like a look-ahead spot, a little trap sandwich game? Okay.
Nope, I don't think so. I think they're going all in.
Big Bad Rye guy?
Give me Memphis. They can score.
Oh, this is not good. I
Give
have
me
a horrible
Memphis.
feeling.
They can score. And I think this is a trap game.
I agree with Big Bad Rye guy. I'm going Memphis. I think that Memphis at home, Mississippi State having to travel, let down after a big win last week against NC State, look a head spot with LSU next week, on the road in a dumpy old stadium. Shout out to Trey Erie, who played in Memphis and is a proud Memphis alum. Guy played with the Catholic High, but the Liberty Bowl is a dump. And I don't think this is going to go well for Mississippi State. Look ahead spot there. I'm taking Memphis. All right, last one. Arizona State against BYU. Eric, Arizona State or BYU?
Go on BYU.
I want to ask you. What's BYU's mascot?
Oh, the Broncos or the Bucks or the Broncos.
No, you're talking about Boise State or the Broncos.
Oh, they have a blue field.
No, that's Boise State.
Who's BYU then? Oh, Brigham Young University?
Yes, Brigham Young.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on.
The Mormon school, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have no idea. I didn't know they had a mascot, maybe. Wait, so BYU
Yes.
or who? Who'd you say?
Arizona State. Do you know Arizona State's mascot?
Cardinals,
No.
maybe?
No.
Close.
So the Arizona Cardinals are the NFL team.
Yeah.
Arizona State are the Sun Devils.
Sun Devils.
Yeah, that's where Ryan Clark's son Jordan plays. He plays for Arizona State.
And George Hart.
Oh, and George Hart. That's where George Hart went. Yeah.
All the way. Yes, George Hart's there. Arizona State, yellow and maroon. Yes, Arizona State all the way.
Me too.
Shout out Coach George and Little George.
Going ASU.
I think BYU, massive win last week against Utah. First time they've beaten Utah in a decade. Storm the field, all that stuff. Oh, my God, there's no way they get up for this game. They just can't. Back-to-back weeks.
And they're old, too, man.
Human
they're
nature.
a bunch of 30-year-olds that have been on their missions.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not that,
They're old.
Right.
Yeah, they get tired.
Clean sweep for the Sun Devils. Jaden Daniels and them. All right, Erica, you and Ryan and I agreed on every pick, by the way.
I think you just copied Ryan this week. I think you got a big man crush on Ryan or something going on because you copied everything he did.
No, that's Musso that has the man crush on Theriot.
Oh, good Lord.
I think that you copied everything that Ryan did this week.
Listen, so Muse is like a really he's like an LSU baseball nerd.
That part's true.
Like gigantic nerd. So the first time Theriot walked in here, Musso, like he kind of lost his breath a little bit.
That's not true.
His face was all flushed.
I don't believe a word he's saying. I live with him. I live with him.
Am I being real here?
I don't know if it was because of me or because he just got a bad batch, but it was something. Something was weird.
Horrible.
So good.
All right. Well,
Hey, Paul, shut up over there. You're so loud all the time. We can't even do a show when Paul's here. You talk so much. Thank you for laughing at my joke, Eric. I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't feel good about this. I feel like we've totally rocked. This might be the last week because I feel like this was a really rough one. So
Okay.
See how it works out. You never know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Erica,
all right.
we'll check my game coin, and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. All right, crypto. Bye.
We'll see you later. How's your crypto?
Oh,
crypto's
good today.
Every time we mention Gamecoin, you're like, how do I buy it? How do I buy Gamecoin? Like, there's a YouTube video, how to buy Gamecoin. You can figure it out. It's complicated, but you can figure it out. Okay, it's after further review. We'll knock out a quick break. Musso, if he can clear his head, we'll have Tigers and the Pros coming up. We'll also give you a Saints Panthers preview at the bottom of this hour. It's AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by Pinnacle Exterior Construction. I am fired up. Guess what I get to do this weekend?
Barbecue.
I get to grill in my new outdoor kitchen this weekend.
It's all done.
Well, there's a few punch list items, but countertops are done, appliances are in, electric, all that stuff. So a few little punch list things, but I can grill, and I'm fired up for it. Pinnacle Exterior Construction, custom pools, outdoor kitchens. But, of course, right now, I tell you all the time, fences, decks, bulkheads, they do all of that stuff. So right now, post-Ida, there's a lot of people who need trees, chopped up, I guess?
Yeah.
And sawed, cut up, hauled away. Pinnacle Exterior Construction. Same with fences. So if your fence is down, you need your fence torn down, hauled away, Pinnacle can do that. If you need your fence repaired or replaced, Pinnacle Exterior Construction can do that as well. 757-6138, 757-6138, or PECbuilt.com. Turn your outdoor space into an oasis with Pinnacle Exterior Construction.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Our topic today is about savings. What is savings?
Hancock Whitney isn't just a bank for our clients. We're investing in our hometowns, making life better for everyone. So keep dreaming. We've got your back.
Introducing Vizzy Lemonade, the only lemonade hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. All new Vizzy Lemonade. Step up your seltzer game.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge. Innovate.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
You think people are watching us and then we're coming out of break, they wonder what the hell we're doing? I'm sending an email on my phone and Theriot's taking a picture of his driver's license. All right, we're back now. Can you do that in the next break?
Yep.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You working on crypto over there?
Working on a few things. Got to ride the highs, babe. Ride the highs.
So Gamecoin is a cryptocurrency developed by some guys in Baton Rouge. They've got an amazing story, and it's one of the fastest growing cryptocurrencies in the world right now. It's quite incredible. And we talked about them last week on Whiskey and Wine. They sponsored Whiskey and Wine last week with me and T-Bob. They've done some NIL stuff on Match Point. So they've been around a little bit, but it's really just now starting to mushroom outside of Baton Rouge. Actually, it's probably still just in Baton Rouge, but still it's growing incredibly. So that's what a lot of people have been alluding to is Gamecoin. A a lot of people have asked, is that the thing with GameStop? No, it is not. It is no affiliation at all with GameStop. It's cryptocurrency. If you want to learn more, thegamecoin.net. You can read the white paper there, which is basically their mission purpose, thegamecoin.net. And they have a video. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm not encouraging you or telling you what to do. But they do have, if you're interested, they do have a video at YouTube. If you just type in how to buy Gamecoin on YouTube, and there's a video that explains step by step how to do it. All right, oh no, we're not doing. We're doing Saints and Panthers next segment. Right now, Muso has. I totally lost my. I lost my spot on the run. Muso has Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now. Presented by Kentucky's Best Hemp. Find them online at kysbesthemp.com.
Not much to report from the NFL game last night. The Giants don't have any LSU players, and
losers.
The football team just has Sadiq Charles. Offensive linemen don't really compile many stats. So we go to baseball.
Giants, the Redskins. The Washington football team won though.
They won.
Sadiq won.
Shout out to Sadiq.
How about the offsides penalty at the end?
I mean, dude, nobody. I was about to say nobody really won that game.
Graham Gano misses a field goal at the buzzer. They throw a flag, say New York is lined up offside.
Yeah, it was the guy right over the ball.
So he gets another crack at it, makes it, still made it by that much. I mean,
how about Darius Slayton dropping a wide open touchdown pass where nobody was 20 yards near him?
The Giants blew it, bro.
They really did. They should have won their 6th straight, and they did not.
It's such a bad division.
It's the NFC least. So we go to Major League Baseball where we find Austin Nola. You're going to want to do that a few more times because Austin went 3 for 3 last night. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. That was his 11th double of the year and a run scored. The double, interesting enough, came off his former LSU teammate, Kevin Gausman. No. I mean, that counts for Nola.
Yeah. Nola count. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. It was Nola. Calico.
We gave you Gausman's stats yesterday because he was out of the game by the time we did the segment, but we'll just recap. 5 innings for Kevin Gausman, 8 hits, 4 runs all earned, walked 1, struck out 7, fired 100 pitches. 71 of those were across the plate for a strike. Did take the loss. Record is now 14-6 on the year. Alex Bregman last night for the Houston Astros, 2 for 5 with 4 RBI. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 RBI and a run scored. Bregman nearing 300 in a injury-shortened season. 298 is the average, 51 RBI. Question, this would be the first time Bregman hits 300 if he gets there. I mean, does it count even though it's been such an injury-shortened season?
Depends on how many at-bats.
Okay.
I mean, I think like 250 and up. Okay.
What's the
I can look at his
threshold to count toward awards and things like that?
I don't know that answer.
That'd be a good barometer for it. Yeah. Like whatever. I mean, how many?
That's the minimum.
Yeah, he's played a couple months.
Bregman on the year has 295 at bats. He's played 77 games.
Yeah, so he'll get what's today? He'll get to 100 games probably. Yeah, he'll be good.
Okay. All players with a minimum 100 at bats are eligible.
So it counts. So if Bregman can get to 300, it counts. All right.
Sure.
100 at bats.
Doesn't seem like very many, does it? Yeah. To the minor leagues, Daniel Cabrera in Double-A now with Erie, 2 for 4 last night.
Should have been
well.
Look at Theriot.
He wasn't, so it doesn't count. Sorry. Single and a homer. That's his 3rd since moving up to Double-A and 2 RBI. The home run led off the bottom of the 1st inning. They got Daniel Cabrera batting leadoff up there.
That guy.
Hitting 172 with the 3 homers and 7 RBIs since being promoted. And finally, we wrap it up. Mikey Matuk, 2 for 3 last night with a single, his 22nd home run of the season.
Wow.
2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, also walked twice, 257, the 22 homers, 55 RBI for Mikey Matuk. That's Tigers in the Pros.
I don't understand. You said I was going to need to do Calico a lot, and I just had one.
Well, no, I thought you might get a few in for Austin Nola because he had such a good night. I mean, he wasn't retired.
I thought you were setting me up because there was going to be a whole bunch of Calico, like Austin, Aaron, Josh Smith.
No, Aaron didn't pitch. Josh didn't have a great night. It just wasn't Catholic. They've had better nights in this segment before.
Okay,
but that's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by KYSBestHemp.com. KYSBestHemp.com. Kentucky's best hemp. Shout out to Lewis Coleman. It's his company. As a matter of fact, you know who got some KYSBestHemp.com today?
Who's that?
Lady Jag downstairs. She said her knees were hurt. She said, do you have any more of that hemp stuff? I was like, I do. What do you want? Do you want the salve, the cream, the oil? What do you want? She's like, what do you have? So, well, I got the oil right now. So the drops, you put them in your mouth on you 2 drops at night. She said, I would really like some of the cream or the salve too. So I got that at the home. I'm going to bring her some more. Nice. Help out her knees. You got inflammation, you got aches and pains. All natural CBD is a great way to help with that. And you can get it discounted. Promo code AFR30. Save 30% off. Get it? AFR30 to save 30% off at KYSBestHemp.com. KYSBestHemp.com. Big night, man. Got some football tonight. 2 college football games tonight. Shout out to Matthew Tilley and the Army Sprint football team.
Yep.
How about that? They're playing tonight.
Taking on Penn.
So Sprint football. I remember they did a feature on College Game Day on Sprint football at Army a few years back. And so our partner with HUD coach Richard Tilley, his son Matthew, who's a freshman at
Army,
U.S. Military Academy at West Point. He's playing Sprint football, and so they have a game tonight, so that's cool. And then Catholic plays West Monroe tonight. Catholic's 0-5 all time against West Monroe.
Where's the game being held?
In West Monroe.
Hey.
And Catholic is going to kick the ever-living hell out of West Monroe.
Is West Monroe any good?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter. But Catholic's the best team in the state. Like, they shut out Acadiana last week.
Yeah, they're a bunch of guys.
They went to Maryland and beat the hell out of that team in Maryland, which is like a ranked prep
Washington
school.
football team?
Whatever. Yeah, they beat the Washington football team.
They went up to Maryland and beat the Washington football team.
Might as well, considering. All right, time for further review. Glad to have you hanging aboard with us here. We'll knock out a quick break. When we come back, we will get into, what did I say, Saints-Panthers.
Yeah.
We'll preview the Saints-Panthers, final preview, and give you a pick on the game. We'll do that when we come back next here on AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center, 924-2020. If you want to see 2020, call 924-2020. That's the Williamson Eye Center, 924-2020. 924-2020 or WilliamsonEYE.com. WilliamsonEYE.com. If you want to spend your life without contacts or glasses, there's a way to do it. The Williamson Eye Center makes that happen. So go for that free consultation. Just go sit down with Dr. Blake Williamson. Let him go through the exam process. Maybe in the past you've thought, I'm not a candidate for LASIK or this. Or there's nothing they can do to help me. Technology has advanced so much, it's incredible. If it's LASIK, if it's PRK, if it's a lens replacement, there's so many options, no matter your age or refractive issue, that if you want to be able to see without contacts or glasses, the Williamson Eye Center can make it happen. Do what I did. Do what Kayla Von Chasson did, and what John Emery did, and what Warren Morris did, and what Devin White did. They all trusted Dr. Blake Williamson. 924-2020. 924-2020 or online, WilliamsonEYE.com.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, rolling along here in hour number 3, Football Friday edition of AFR. We'll get to Ask Ryan and our LSU Central Michigan picks to wrap up the show here in about 15 minutes from right now. I'm going to talk some Saints, Panthers. Got to remind you about Darin James and Associates, powered by eXp Realty. Every home listed by every company, all in one place. You know where to find them, agent225.com. No realtor will go to greater lengths and efforts to get your home sold faster for more money than Darin James. That's why he's on the Wall Street Journal's list of the top 1% of realtors in America. And it's not an opinion. It's based on the number of homes sold. That's volume. It's Darin James. 335-7666, 335-7666, or agent225.com. If you need to sell your home, call Darin James. Get your home sold. All right. Saints head to Carolina. Both the Saints and the Panthers are 1-1 on the season. Carolina, a 19-14 winner over the Jets in Week 1. The Saints pounded Green Bay, as we know, 38-3. I have my feeling on the game. Do you want to go first and give your thoughts on Saints-Panthers?
Yes, I'd like to do. I'd love to do that, actually.
Okay.
I just want to say first off that I was wrong. It takes a man to admit when he was wrong, and I was wrong. The Saints are going to win the Super Bowl. Jameis Winston, let me tell you something, is winning the MVP this year. Most valuable player, Jameis Winston. When these guys get back healthy and you get Mike Thomas back to catch the dang ball, you got a bunch of no-names he's throwing the ball to right now, and they're still putting up points. The Packers are good. I know they start off slow traditionally and all that stuff, but they're a pretty good club. And they handled the Packers. Black and gold's going all the way. They're not going to go undefeated. I was just joking in that one. But they're winning this game. Because of the offense. Defense is hurt. I get it, but they're winning this game.
So everything in me wants to pick the Saints and to ride the wave from last week. I picked the Saints against the Packers. I did not think it would be 38-3. I did like them to win that game, so I picked them to win the game. I don't feel good about this game for New Orleans. I think if you're making a ledger, right, your pros and cons, the reasons not to pick the Saints in this game it's like an encyclopedia. It's long. I mean, you could talk about an intangible like the letdown. And you were an athlete. Like, this is something that's very real. We see it. Like, you were supposed to play a really competitive game a week ago against Green Bay. You got sky high. Everything went right. Might end up being the best game the Saints have played all year. We may look back and go, man, that was the best game they played all season. Not saying they peaked week 1, but every team at every level in every sport, you have your best game of the year and you have your worst game of the year.
Yeah,
it happens. So that may be the best game they play all year. I think you're not going to play at that level 2 weeks in a row. It's not to say you're going to play badly, but you're not going to be at that level 2 weeks in a row. So that natural letdown where everyone was doubting you last week and now everyone is singing your praises this week because you beat a team that many consider right alongside Tampa as the co-favorites in the NFC. This team has been to back-to-back NFC championship games. You pounded them. then you start to work in like other distractions, like COVID this week. So you had 6 coaches and your nutritionist, and one player we know now is Mike Thomas, who's not playing but has been rehabbing with the team. You had 6 coaches absent this week. So coaches had to change up responsibilities and duties, and what impact did that have on meeting rooms and on practice? I mean, it's natural, right? I mean, it's going to matter if when you're changing that, when you're changing that familiarity up, that schedule, that routine. So you look at those two things. This is a division game, and division games are always very tough. The Saints and the Panthers played in the Dome last year, and that was a very close game. The Saints wound up winning it by a field goal. They kicked a field goal late. They won it 27-24. But the Saints and Panthers did play in Week 17, and Saints kicked crap out. It was like 37-7. I mean, blew them out in Week 17. But a division game, you know your division rivals really well. These tend to be close games. But then I go to all of the injuries, and that's where I look and I go, how do you really overcome this? And when you look at the injury report that came out today, these are the guys that are out for the ball game. Quan Alexander and Marcus Davenport just went to IR. It means they're done for at least 3 weeks. Linebacker is going to be brutal. You lose Quan. Pete Werner is also out, as is Chase Hansen. So that means you've got Demario Davis and Zach Bond, and that's kind of it. How they figure that out behind those guys, I guess we'll just wait and see on Sunday whenever they tee it up and kick it off. One of the reasons I liked New Orleans last week against Green Bay is as we went through the offseason, we were previewing that game, that the season in that game in particular, we were all assuming that Marshawn Lattimore was going to be suspended. He was not going to be there. So we were talking this offseason about the possibility of it being like Ken Crawley and Paulson Adebo as your starters against Green Bay. Like, that was a terrifying thought. And then P-Rob retired. Well, they flipped that and turned it to a strength, but it was because you had Lattimore. And then you signed Trufant, and you had him on the outside. Adebo played pretty well. And, you got Bradley Roby available this week, which does soften the blow if Lattimore's not able to go. It's worth mentioning Lattimore right now is listed as questionable. He had hand surgery earlier this week.
Do we know what kind of surgery it was?
It was like on his thumb, they said. He injured his thumb, and so I don't know if it was a break or if it was a ligament. I don't know if that's been reported yet, but he had hand surgery earlier this week. He's been practicing, so maybe he'll go put a club on it. We'll see, but how effective will he be? And then C.J. Gardner-Johnson with a knee injury is also questionable and did not practice on Friday. So typically, if you don't practice on Friday, man, you're not going to go. Typically, you're not going to go on Sunday. But he's still listed as questionable, so they're hopeful if he's ready to roll on Sunday, great, run him out there. But it's a possibility you could be without you're going to be without Quan Alexander, Pete Werner, Chase Hansen. So you're very thin at linebacker. And there's a possibility you could be without C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Marshawn Lattimore and P.J. Williams, who's been limited with a back injury. So you're probably going to have Bradley Roby on one side, Paulson Adebo, Desmond Trufant. I mean, those are your starters in the secondary against the three-headed monster receiver for Carolina. And then the big blow with Quan is because Christian McCaffrey is who he is, you need a guy like Quan that can run sideline to sideline and can cover backs out of the backfield. Like, that's why Quan is so valuable, especially in this day and age in the NFL. And now, I don't know who that guy is on this team. I mean, Demario Davis is a freak show, don't misunderstand me. But, who's the guy next to Demario Davis? It's going to be Zach Bond, but at what level does he play? I don't know. And now Marcus Davenport's not available. Hopefully Peyton Turner, the first-round draft pick, is available this week. He was a healthy scratch last week, but maybe he plays and fills some of that role. Tano Passanio as a calf injury, he's questionable. So, are you counting on maybe Carl Granderson more at defensive end? Your depth is being tested completely on the defensive side. And I think this is a real challenge this week for the Saints.
Who's a better offense, Green Bay or Carolina?
Green Bay. But again, the Saints were healthy last week. And I put a lot of stock into the fact that Aaron Rodgers was off gallivanting all offseason. They didn't know if he was going to play this year. So
he's got a better defense.
That's a big deal, I think, for Green Bay that they're going to have to figure out how to get better as the season goes along, because of all the turmoil within that organization. Ultimately, talent wins out. When you have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, you're going to win a lot of games. But I don't put that past anybody. As far as better defense, probably Carolina.
Okay.
I mean, Carolina drafted J.C. Horn, So you have a lockdown corner out that you just drafted. They drafted Derek Brown out of Auburn last year on the defensive line. They got Hassan Reddick. I mean, they got some good pass rushers on that defense. Like, I think they present just some different challenges. And it's one of those where you're New Orleans and you face a lot of variables that change. And the other one, which I know some people are going to say is silly, but Mike D came on the show for 10 years, like every Thursday for 10 years. And he told us this angle. It was Buddy DiLiberto's old betting angle that he used for years. And it was 80%. When a team loses its starting center, they fail to cover 80% of the time. Well, Eric McCoy's your starting center. Now, I watched Cesar Ruiz play really well last week, and Throckmorton played really well right next to him. But that was just necessity in the moment. You go do what you got to do. Now you're preparing to be a starter, and the other team gets to prepare for you as well. Maybe attack some of those vulnerabilities that they see on film. But when you affect the battery, it matters. And, man, that number don't lie.
Yeah.
So I know it's silly, but it's in my mind as well, man. I hate to say that. I hope I am dead wrong. I hope we come back here on Monday and you all can point and laugh at me. Just like I laughed at everybody for picking against the Saints this week. But I think Carolina's going to win this game. I'm going to pick the Panthers in a close ball game. I think they win it 24-23. I'm going to pick Carolina to beat the Saints. And if they do, the Saints are going to have to turn around and find a way to win 2 of their next 3. Shorthanded. But they're going to have to find a way to either win on the road in New England. I think they'll win at home against the Giants. I just think they're just a flat better team. That'll be your first game back in the Dome, first true home game. I think they'll beat New York. So if they lose this game in Carolina, they're going to have to split the road games against New England and Washington. And look, Washington didn't look great last night, so that feels winnable. New England with a rookie quarterback feels winnable, but it's still a road game at New England. I would feel infinitely better about this season, playoff, long-term, all that, if the Saints win this week against Carolina. Division game, it shows that they can be shorthanded, coaches, all the stuff, and still go on the road and win a division game. Like, I would feel amazing about this team if they go win this game. I just think this is a mighty big ask to go get this one in Carolina this week. I'm going to pick the Panthers. Do you hate me?
I'm a little angry right now.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of pissed at you, actually. Because last week you were talking about the Saints suck, the fans are stupid, they need to tear down the Superdome and get the team and go move to San Antonio or some crap. And now you're here and you're saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. Jameis is going to win the MVP.
He is going to win the MVP.
One thing no one can ever accuse me of is being a homer. But tell you what I feel, whether I like it or not.
I'm a homer, huge homer.
I know you're a huge homer. So I know no one should ever take your opinions.
Love the bandwagon.
Nobody should ever take your opinions seriously.
Yeah, they should.
GMFS Mortgage, GMFSmortgage.com. Changing lives since 1999. Home buy, refi, construction loans. That's GMFS Mortgage. Go see any of the local loan officers at GMFS Mortgage. There's so many amazing ones. They got offices all over the state of Louisiana. So log on to GMFSmortgage.com. GMFSmortgage.com. Find the local loan officer nearest you and start that process. Look, if you're rebuilding here post-Ida and you need a disaster loan, GMFS Mortgage can help. Maybe you just want to help your financial situation. A refi is a great opportunity to do that. With historically low interest rates, refinance your mortgage, lower your monthly mortgage payment, shorten the life of your loan. Find out what a local loan officer from GMFS Mortgage can do to help you change your life today. GMFSmortgage.com. GMFS Mortgage, changing lives. Got a tweet that said you should change Muso's music to I Got 5 on it.
I like that song.
He said no.
I like that
He's
song.
sticking with Barbie Girl.
It's a good song, but we can't just abandon the bit now.
What bit?
We're
Barbie Girl.
We're on the bit.
Yeah.
On the Muso likes to smoke a little bit.
Oh, that's not a bit. That's just reality.
No, that's a bit.
That's like the time you and I walked outside and we saw his green truck and like
never happened.
It was like he was. Well, you know when you're in an airplane and you open up the window in the airplane when you're in the clouds and you can't see anything, it's just a cloud. Like that's what the interior of Muso's truck looked like that day.
Remember that.
We never leave the studio at the same time.
Oh, we do all the time.
We don't.
You just don't know it. I see you all the time leaving.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
When you're sitting in your truck with the windows rolled up, and you think we can't see him because it's tinted.
You
we can see
either
it.
park here or you park behind this way, behind the building.
Yeah.
You park in front or back.
You're never here though.
Park behind the building so nobody can see you smoke. It's original.
All right, we're going to wrap up with Ask Ryan, and we got to get an LSU Central Michigan pick.
Oh, yeah.
You fired up for it?
Yep.
You going to the game?
Possibly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may make an appearance.
All right. All right, you got questions for Theriot. Ask Ryan is next. Get your questions in. We'll do an LSU Central Michigan pick and Ask Ryan to wrap up next.
AFR.
Ooh. Looking for dinner plans tonight?
Make tonight an Ichiban night.
Best sushi and best hibachi in the Best of 225 awards.
Best atmosphere.
Oh.
Do they have an award for that?
It's like you walk out of Baton Rouge and into New York City.
Mm.
The Japanese metal tree sculpture out front, backlit, the dark wood, the sultry marble, the Glossier.
There's a Glossier.
There is. The ice slab that runs the length of the bar. Put your cocktail on there, your beer, so it stays at the same temperature, first sip to last. Oh, that's Ichiban. And from our friends at Ichiban, their latest concept is Bayou Ramen in Electric Depot on Government Street.
Great spot. Live music. Whole
Live
deal.
music on the weekend.
Yep.
Authentic Japanese ramen. Indoor-outdoor dining. Casual, convenient, affordable, delicious. Try the Rouge. It's spicy. It's Bayou Ramen. Check them out tonight. Bayou Ramen in Electric Depot on Government Street.
In most cases, you'll never get more for your trade-in than right now at Corval Toyota in Opelousas. Now's your chance to upgrade. You can pre-order your new Toyota today or choose one of our pre-owned vehicles and we'll buy back your current vehicle at a price that will absolutely amaze you. You can walk away with more money in your pocket than you ever thought possible. At Corval Toyota in Opelousas, that's Corval Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
Our topic today is about savings. What is savings?
Hancock Whitney isn't just a bank for our clients. We're investing in our hometowns, making life better for everyone. So keep dreaming. We've got your back.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is...
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, wrapping up a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. One more reminder, tomorrow, as soon as the game goes final, T-Bob and I will be live at Don Juan Cigar Bar for Whiskey and Wine. Please feel free to join us there at Whiskey and Wine, at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Town Center, if you're looking at Whole Foods, directly to your right, there's Don Juan. They got TVs in there, premium cigars, all your top shelf booze. Great spot. Come hang out with us. Or you can watch Whiskey and Wine on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel or the 104.5 ESPN Facebook page. So like that Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're on my text platform, I'll text you the link to Whiskey and Wine when we go live as well. So you can text me 396-4400, 396-4400. Okay, LSU, we'll get to Ask Ryan. Get your questions in. LSU, Central Michigan. You got a pick? What's the matter?
I'm going with the Chippewas.
No.
Yep.
You're picking Central Michigan to win the game outright. You're serious?
Yeah. I'm going with the Chippewas.
You're really for real serious going to pick Central Michigan to win the game?
I'm kind of hoping that like what happened with the Saints happens here.
Oh, a little reverse psychology.
But yeah.
So you're picking Central Michigan, hopes that LSU runs roughshod over.
I just think they're better. I think they're a better team than McNeese, and yeah, man. I mean, got problems. Got problems up the street. Big problems.
I agree with that. That LSU has big problems up the street. But LSU's going to win this game. I'm going to pick LSU 31-21. I don't think they cover, but I do think they win 31-21. Maybe some not so great moments in the first half as they kind of feel their way. I think if the offense is a little sluggish, you probably get some boo birds out, which I hate to see, especially for college kids. But I think it's going to feel kind of like one of those, like a Les Miles game, non-conference.
Can I say something else?
Yep.
If Nussmeier plays, LSU wins. Like a lot, not just a little bit. That's what I want to see happen.
Okay. All right, I like LSU 31-21. Ryan's picking the Chippewas. We'll see. All right, Daryl Cambry. I asked Ryan, what are your odds of Coach O finishing the season?
20%.
Steve Scallon. Ryan, when Cressy hit the ball in 2000 CWS and you were heading to third before scoring, what was in your mind?
Just go. Like, I wasn't stopping.
That's the funniest part about it. Like, I think you got a stop sign, actually.
Like
you
a
ran
brief
through
stop
it.
sign.
You ran through it. Kyle Batson asked Ryan, are you going to slam Baton Rouge if LSU plays Southern?
Yes. I sure will.
Okay. I'm new. Let's see, Matthew Pittman. I'm new to crypto. How do you buy Gamecoin? Or Gamer Coin? Not Gamer Coin.
Not Gamer Coin.
Not Gamer. It's the Game Coin. And there is a video on YouTube. Just search how. I just tweeted it, as a matter of fact. Someone asked me on Twitter how to buy Gamecoin. That's how you'd buy it. Nate Coles asked Ryan, what position group would you? Oh wait, we did that one last hour. It said, I don't know who's smoking harder, Musso himself or Musso after y'all go in on him. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe like he was mad. It's like his ears were smoking. Musso's not mad. He knows we're joking. We love Musso. He's my guy.
Ray, ask Ryan, duck gumbo or deer chili?
Ooh, man. That's a tough question. Let's say deer chili.
Preston Landry, is Red Hat going to be at Don Juan? I don't know. Were you watching last week?
No. What is that?
I thought you watched.
I mean, I do watch. I didn't watch.
So last week for Whiskey and Wine, T-Bob and I are doing Whiskey and Wine, and so we have the bar. The camera is like in front of us, and so we have it positioned to where our back is to the bar, so that's what the audience watching sees. You see the bar and all the bottles and the activity. It's a cool setup. Well, there was a man and a woman at the bar, and they were very affectionate.
That's funny.
And the man was wearing a red hat. And so the entirety of the show in the comments was no longer about LSU McNeese because nobody cared. It was all about Red Hat, like mean mugging this chick. I shouldn't say mean mugging, and they were just it was mugging. I mean, they were going after it. I mean,
do we have an identity on Red Hat?
No. Some people have texted the show this week and be like, "Hey, that's my buddy. I bet he knew because he's the kind of guy that would be into like everybody knowing that sort of thing." Ask Ryan who wore it better. I don't know what that means. Dress or chick. I don't know what that is. Ask Ryan, will it ever stop raining?
Never.
Ask Ryan, do you think... No, I'm not reading that one. This is why I can't read these ones in the chat because you all are degenerates and
You're
you ask
idiots.
stupid questions
You
that you
guys
know
are
I can't
idiots and
ask
you're
on
all
air.
stupid.
Like, so you wonder why I ignore you for 2 hours and 58 minutes of the show. This is why. You're stupid. Jeremy Hill, ask Ryan, what is he doing if LSU loses to Central Michigan?
Oh, man. Jeremy, I'm going to be so upset.
No, you won't.
Oh, well, because I picked the triple L's.
That's right. See, now you're trying to kiss ass because
You're
that's
right.
Jeremy Hill.
I like Jeremy Hill.
I know.
He's a guy.
I know what you're doing. I would say most underrated player of the last decade at LSU, Jeremy Hill.
He's a dude.
Oh. All right, we're getting on down the road. Y'all have an awesome weekend. Muse, Paulie, thanks so much. Go Tigers. Who dat? Hopefully it's an awesome football weekend. We'll be back Monday to talk about all of it. We'll see you then. Be safe, everybody. Later.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, we remind you about Michelli Weighing and Measurement, Michelli.com, Michelli.com for Michelli Weighing and Measurement. If your business weighs or measures something, they sell, service, and rent the products that you use to weigh and measure. So, for example, like this bottle of Sazerac Rye. You see how there's the paper on there or the plastic seal? Something had to be calibrated to fit this at a certain degree. Well, the machines that do that, Michelli sells, services, and rents them. The cork that's in there, how much force they need and pressure, well, something had to decide that, well, Michelli Weighing and Measurement. So pretty much everything you see, Michelli touches in some respect. Michelli.com. ISO 17025 accreditation is available. They have a track system, which allows you 24/7, 365 access to all of your calibration certificates. And that is a free charge for all Michelli clients. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement since 1947. Michelli.com, Michelli.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
Eli's always been into grilling.